Hey, New York City, this is your man, Steve Harvey. Hey, that's right, everybody, I'm back. And this time, New York, I'm here to stay. You beat your kids.
I whipped them.
Keep on beating your children. Sometimes I just slap mine for no reason. I got a 20-year-old boy, and he ain't had a whipping in about 6 years.
Oh, Lord.
But what I do, I judo chop him in the neck. I'm the man up in here.
All right?
I'm the man. You can teach your kids a lot when you hit them in the throat because their eyes is big and you have their undivided attention. That's right. Radio in New York will never be the same. The fun begins Monday morning, September 19th. It'll be on and cracking right here on 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul.
And Monday is the big show-and-prove start date of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right here on WBLS. So it's the Wendy Williams experience now, everybody. Hello, how are you? How you doing? Shout out to Charlie Wilson. Love you. You know what? I want to shout out and tell you about Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. They're located in Secaucus, New Jersey, and I was talking with you a few moments ago about getting a new office space for the experience here at WBLS. And yes, the company that is actually doing the office is the interior design team at Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. So, they're doing something. I am a customer for my home, but also here, the way I discovered them is really weird. They're in Secaucus, New Jersey. I have been looking and waiting and hoping that I can find a place in New Jersey on, convenient to my driving route from work to home where I can, get furniture, not that pressed wood furniture with the lacquer. I've grown up a bit. I still have some of that places, you know what I'm saying? But a bit. I want some nice stuff. And I don't want to pay an arm and a leg. That's where Benjamin Rug and Home Imports comes in. Okay, so they're in Secaucus, New Jersey, 20 Meadowlands Parkway. I'm going to give you their telephone number. I'm going to give you their website because, Art, can you go to the website and make sure that it's up for me? StephanieCohenHome.com. There's no S. StephanieCohenHome.com. Stephanie Cohen and her husband own Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. Okay, this originally started out to be a wholesale store. Now they're a retail store with wholesale prices. In other words, they've cut out the middleman and you get the savings. And you go on their website and you'll be able to, it still says coming soon?
Yeah, it gives you the address and the contact information. It says coming soon, the whole website.
Okay, terrific. All right. Well, maybe she means soon, like in a few hours. Just check back and forth as the day goes on. They carry the Martha Stewart Signature Gallery Collection. I'm telling you, this is not some trash. Okay. They carry the Stephanie Cohen designs. She's been in the business for so many years designing furniture. Now she has her own place, and it's called Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. If you have discriminating tastes when it comes to your house, because your house is your home, if you'd rather, trick out your house than buy a new pair of boots, then you're like me. You know what I mean? Your home is your castle. Be treated as such. They've got the classic gallery upstairs and the traditional and temporary gallery downstairs. And with the prices, guess what? You can get the new furniture and those new boots. Yeah, I told you, wholesale prices. Give them a call and find out what they're all about. And you know what? The best time to stop by is this weekend because Stephanie Cohen and her husband are inviting you to stop by this weekend for special promotions. And you can tell them Wendy sent you. I'll give you the address again in Secaucus, New Jersey. Secaucus, New Jersey, 20 Meadowlands Parkway, 201-617-9000. 201-617-9000. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, noon to 5 p.m. 617-9000 in area code 201, 20 Meadowlands Parkway. It's called Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. StephanieCohenHome.com. By the way, congratulations to John Leggio of Brooklyn. John is our Sesame Street Super Grover grand prize winner. And guess what he gets? Oh boy. First of all, he picked up the family 4-pack of tickets. He also picked up the family beach pack, which includes 5 floor seats. Oh, excuse me. He didn't get the 4-pack. He got the 5 floor seats for tomorrow at Continental Airlines Arena. And he's going to do a pre-show meet and greet with all the Sesame Street characters. His kids are going to love him. He's also going to get 5 goodie bags filled with fun stuff from his friends at Sesame Street and Beaches Resorts. Ugh. John Leggio is a hero in his kids' minds all weekend long. Congratulations, John. And thanks for listening to your radio station. Co-op City, tomorrow, the place to be is with you. Yes, at the Staples. The WBLS Street team will be in Co-op City at Staples tomorrow, Saturday. And you know where that is. 330-340 Baychester Avenue in Bay Plaza. Goodies to go. And you can meet a former New York Jets player, Emerson Boozer. Yep. And the WBLS Street team will be there too. 11 a.m. tomorrow. Staples in Co-op City marks the spot. So they'll see you there. All right, we need to go on. I really want to get back into the Kate Moss story. Finish that off real nice. I got 3 blind items to share with you. I think I will in the next break. And then we'll go into the Hour of Truth at the top of the hour. So what the hell are you looking at?
Whippedass.com.
What?
Whippedass.com.
Why are you saying it like...
I'm a member.
What do they do at whippedass.com, Art? What are you doing?
It's lesbian power play.
I see men members there too. What is those, strap-ons?
Yeah, these are women who get off on beating other women, for power.
Yeah, but what is... I saw a member. I saw Richard in the picture.
That's the strap-on.
Oh. Well, that was strap-on realness.
Yeah.
Wow. It's not like bright pink or... Hold on a minute. Goose, close the microphones, please. Thank you. All right. Oh, my mic is still... Would you give us some privacy?
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
You're a good baby's father, right?
Absolutely.
And now you're like Art in the city. You have a new life since working with the show.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Oxford Blue Bathroom.
Oh.
You shop at Maurice Valencia and Hoffman Coos and get your furniture.
Oh, stop it.
Right?
Yes.
You moved
Don't
in.
say those things, Don. I don't need no upgrade in the support. Please.
I'm sorry. And all this stuff is getting delivered to the PJs.
That's it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Where was I? Okay. At one point, the Croydon-born beauty Kate Moss, the face of Rimmel, Chanel, Calvin Klein, Dior, loses her patience with one of the crackhead Dougherty friends and says, I'll do it. She joins in discussion about cannabis while joints are being passed around to the members of the group. As she parties on well into the early hours of the morning, Kate chats merrily about daughter Lilla Grace, whose father's magazine publisher Jefferson Hack. Kate, 10 times a cover girl for Vogue, looks unsteady and exhausted as she continues the session. Between lines of cocaine, she repeatedly twitches her nose and rubs her nostrils. On 5 occasions, she expertly prepares the lines of cocaine, carefully using a credit card to cut the powder into neat rows for her, Dougherty, and the others. In long, high-heeled black boots, shorts, and a low-cut vest top. Is that what she's wearing in the article? Yup. They forgot to add the punk rock jewelry.
Yeah.
Kate began the night with shots of vodka and whiskey. She then pours herself a large glass of wine and beer and chain smokes cigarettes. Oh, sidebar. Oh, how the cigarettes would taste so good in between the lines. Oh, gosh.
What?
And I would damn anybody who wanted to make a damn coolie. Don't you dare waste the stuff on a coolie or a woolie. Yeah, that's for lightweights. Come on. Take it like a man. Don't mess around. Okay, let me go back. The remarkable images were captured last week as Dougherty 26 laid down tracks of... This all just happened last week, child. What? Oh, God. Crackhead Kate.
Wow.
The remarkable images that you see laid before you in the New York Daily News and all around, if you look on the internet, you'll see the pictures of Kate, were captured last week. Pass them around. Yes. Just pass them around. Give it to Paul Sanchez down there in engineering. Paul, by the way, the sound of the microphone is fabulous. Look at Kate Moss getting down just last week, cutting like an expert. Paul, you were the engineer at the radio station back in the day when I was still getting down. Would you ever remove any of the consolage and find anything there? Be honest. Be honest. Sanchez, be honest. I'm very honest with the listeners. I am so clean, it's ridiculous. And I celebrate the fact that I'm clean and sober.
Everything. I have found everything.
Wow.
After Wendy shift?
Sanchez, let me ask you this. Were you on to me back in the day? Were you on to me? You know, back and forth in the bathroom and, you know, sweating and carrying on.
I never paid any attention to
any of the jocks.
Well, it's radio, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's into everything.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. Okay. All right.
How you doing?
Sanchez and I were separated for years, but he's back working here at my flagship station, WBLS. He's the chief of engineering. But back when I was caught up in the Matrix, like obviously Kate Moss still is, please. And the engineers are notorious because, you know, as a jock, you know, you sit right at the console. And then when something breaks, you know, they have to lift up the console and, you know, they're finding all kinds of stuff, dried up Diet Coke or whatever. Anyway, let me continue with Kate Moss. Once again, the remarkable images were captured last week as Dougherty 26 laid down tracks for the new Baby Shambles album. Punk rock legend Mick Jones, formerly of The Clash, is producing the record and is also seen snorting cocaine from Kate's stash. Wrong button. In 1998, Kate told a Channel 4 documentary, I don't do any Class A, especially not heroin, after seeing what it does to people. Class A drug is also cocaine. I don't think you have to be in this industry to see that. You just have to look around you. In the same year, Kate spent 6 weeks in the rehab clinic. She told the London Mirror, I've been doing a lot of work and too much partying. I wasn't happy with the way my life was going, so I decided to take a step back and assess my life and my future. I want to totally be responsible for myself, and this is the place where I can get some peace and quiet, and I need to start the process. Oh, gosh. Hold on a moment. Right. Okay, all right. Damn. Gosh, I was sidetracked. Doggone it. Where was I? She admitted later that she had spent... All right, look, we don't need to know any more of it. Oh, here's something. Here's a classic line from a high bitch. Dabbling is fine, but when I was banging on, that wasn't a nice time. I was miserable anyway. Drugs enhance all the misery, and I got into this spiral. I still drink, but I don't do drugs. Well, yesterday, everybody, she and her boyfriend were still in New York for Fashion Week. They had lunch downtown at Baltazar's restaurant. I hear that. Going at it 100 miles a minute, huh, Kate? And you know what? I don't even blame her. I blame you all and those damn picture phones. You all, why do you all have to have a camera capturing every damn moment? Why? The picture of her was clearly taken by an in-studio insider. Somebody with a damn camera phone. I bet you that was not a straight-up Polaroid picture. Like, you know, I'm taking a picture and you can hear that. That wasn't taken from one of those. That was some sneaky motherfather in the studio capturing images. And dumb Kate being so high that she's not even noticing. That's why the best place to go is in the bathroom, in the stall, just in case there's a two-way mirror. Like I used to have hallucinations about. You know what I'm saying? They got a two-way mirror in this radio station. Let me go in the stall.
There you go.
What's that up there in the vent pipe? Let me pull the hood over my hoodie. You know what I mean? And lean down so you can't actually see. Oh, just a mess.
Gangsta.
But you know what, though? You know what? To each his own, Kate. I blame you people with those damn camera phones. Can you please use your cameras for good, not evil? Nobody needs to see Kate Moss doing lines, while it is fabulous grist for the mill of the experience. You know, use them to capture hit and runs. and things like that. Not people having affairs, and people doing coke, and people smoking weed.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Use them to capture armed robberies and hit and runs. Use your cameras for good, not evil.
Rodney King stuff.
Yeah. Although the evil is loved by the show. Keep it here, everybody.
Wendy, man.
Me and my wife have been married for 15 years. They threatened to leave.
What did you do?
Had a problem with drugs.
You got the drug voice.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Just asking, what's your drug of choice?
You name it.
Coke?
Yeah.
Weed?
Yeah.
Crack?
Yeah.
Heroin?
Yeah.
E-pills?
Yeah.
Whippets?
Alcohol.
Gorilla?
Yeah.
PCP?
Yeah.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Wow.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
I always tell you guys, I am crafty. I was wicked with the bedazzler back in the day when I had time. I know how to paint. I can sew. I do a little cooking. I'm a wicked with the hammer, the screwdriver. I can make... Listen, when I was living in D.C., I used to live on Sherman Avenue. I made all the furniture in my apartment. I made a couch. I lied to you. I swear to goodness.
Wow.
I lied to you not. I'd be back and forth, like getting the lumber and stuff like that, bringing it into the apartment, making it. I was only making $9,000 a year. I wanted a place that was special. I don't do thrift.
Yeah.
Goodness knows how many people farted on that couch. You know how much funky spunk is splashed off on that crap.
We got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
It's Advice Hour on the Wendy Williams Experience. Hey now, everybody. I think coming up next hour, we're going to have our telephone call from Vivica Fox, which I'm really looking forward to. In the meantime, you know what? I have some information for you for this break. I thought we'd spend time with, what is this? All right, this is this big government study, okay? This is the biggest peek ever that the government says it's taken into America's bedrooms. And they found out that women have become more sexually adventurous than ever. According to this published article, 1 in 7 young women has confided that she has had a sexual encounter with another woman. Which, don't I always say, if you have a room full of 10 women, 3 of them have gotten down with another woman? Or are those the stats that I give with men? I can't remember because they virtually are one and the same as far as I'm concerned. But okay, so 1 in 7 women. No big deal here. The survey also found that among women 18 to 29 years old, 14%, that would be that 1 in 7, have had their sexual experience with another woman. 90% of men say that they are heterosexual. 2.3% of men say they are homosexual. 1.8% of men say they're bisexual, and 3.9% of men say they are something else, honey. What would something else mean? If you're not hetero, homo, or bi, then what is something else? Why am I looking at art when I say it? First of all, the 90% that say they're heterosexual are lying. Those are the ones who say, I'm not gay, I just like gay sex. A lot of them.
You see that? Oh, wow.
No, they don't say that. Well, they don't say that in this survey, but you have to account for that category. The heterosexual men who still consider themselves heterosexual but love gay sex. 90% of women have had 90% of women say they're heterosexual. 1.3% of women say that they are homosexual, and 2.8% of women say they're bisexual. 3.8% of us say we are something else too, honey. I venture to say that's a lie. 90% of women say that they are heterosexual. I thought we were more forthright with our lesbianic ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, black women aren't though.
No. Men ages 25 to 44 say that they've had an average of 6.7 sexual partners versus women who lie and say 3.8. 2 women in the room between the ages of... Wait, I lost track of where I was. Oh. 2 women in the room between the ages of 25 and 44. How many women say in this room have had 3.8 sexual partners? Raise your hand. Say. And there's 2 men in the room. Both women, by the way, say no. Oh, raise your hand if it's more. Raise your hand if it's way more than 3.8. Oh, there's some holes in this house. There's some holes in this house. Ow. 2 women in the room. Who's had an experience with women? Raise your hand. Oh.
See, black women ain't gonna admit it.
Yeah, hell no. Not on this show. All right, well, let me see what it say. Men ages 25 to 44 say they've had an average of 6.7 sexual partners. There are 2 men in the room between 25 and 44. Who's had an average of 6.7 sexual partners? Raise your hand. One has. Okay. Who's had 8 sexual partners? Raise their hand. Okay, I'll just make a blanket statement. Who's had under 10 sexual partners? Raise your hand. You are lying, just trying to be like Goose. You lying whore. Whore. Oh, Goose, I always wondered what it was that you really didn't have the crazy. Now I know.
Yes.
Oh, Goose, it's the weekend. You better work it out, boy. Oh, are we embarrassing you?
No.
Okay. All them trips that Trinidad had?
Now you are.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. I'll fall back. Oh. That's nice, Goose, though. 40% of men and 35% of women ages 25 to 44 have had anal sex with a partner of the opposite sex. 40% of men and 35% of women. Now, this is with the opposite sex. There's nothing lesbianic or gay about this. There's 4 people in the room. Raise your hand if you've had anal sex. Oh. Only one person never did it. Not even on Father's Day. Not even on his birthday. Not even on New Year's Eve when you're really drunk in the basement.
Not even a finger.
Wow. Okay. Raise your hand if you received anal sex in this room. Aren't you lying?
Shut up! You're lying! Get out of here! Easy. Yeah, okay.
Raise your hand if you've ever had a toe in your booty in this room.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh. And he's the only... Oh, is the lunch here? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Shakira, can you, what? Okay, wait a minute, Goose. Shakira, can you run this to somebody? And I need a big bottle of water, too. That big bottle of water, too. That's crucial. Thanks. But come back in the room, Shakira. You're part of our sex survey. Here are tips on, oh, gosh. I hate to use the A word, but I'm a pro-choice person, and I was reading my new Playgirl magazine, of which I don't know why I have a subscription to that, and I was damning Art for always putting it on my desk and opening it up to the centerfold, like that's the first thing that I walk in and see when the subscription comes in. So when I hit it off the desk, like as a fly, it opened up to a really good page, the sexual health page, and I liked it because it's talking about being pro-choice and the big A. 50% of babies, they say, born in this country are the result of unwanted pregnancies. And 1 million women a year, excuse me, is that number 1 million? I don't believe this.
Yeah. It's 1 million.
1 million women each year choose to terminate pregnancies. Abortions are one of the most common surgical practices in the U.S. Wow. Oh, I didn't realize the stats. Thank you, Playgirl magazine. Well, have you ever heard of the early option pill? Isn't that like that pill that you got? The girl sent you a jar of those pills? Like the day after pill, the morning after pill, kind of
the A pill.
Okay. Well, here are the pros, according to Playgirl magazine, of the morning after pill. No potential surgical side effects and privacy, because you can take the pills at home and not in a public clinic. But listen to the cons. The pill can only be used when you're pregnant 7 weeks or less. It can be painful. It's like mini labor, and women who choose this option often suffer bad cramps. Number 3, it doesn't always work. You could need a surgical procedure. What? To get rid of the extra foot? What?
Ooh.
Everything washed out but the nose?
Ew.
What?
That's not right. That's not right.
Wow. Also, listen, it's impossible to predict when the miscarriage will happen and how long it'll take. You can be in something white just before Labor Day, and you can feel the cramps come down and get up from your seat. Oh, what's that on the floor? Oh, it's
Jeffrey. My Jeffrey!
You didn't tell me you were pregnant!
Oh!
Why didn't you tell me? Well, I knew you didn't want kids. Listen, this is not the time to have this discussion. It's Jay-Z and Beyonce's wedding, for God's sake. Forget their wedding. You take the morning after pill and get rid of my son?
Oh.
Come on, son. Send me a jar. Oh, damn you.
There's a toenail over there.
Wow. And here's the final con thing about the morning after pill. Doctors have less experience with the various reactions to the medical abortion. Doctors have less experience with the various reactions to medical abortions. I don't understand what that means. Doctors have less experience with various reactions of medical. This is not a medical abortion. This is a pill. All right. Have you ever heard of the suction? Okay. There's another way you can practice your pro-choice too. The suction. It's a surgical procedure in which the doctor uses a cannula to vacuum out the contents of the uterus. Now, here are the pros. You know for certain that the pregnancy was terminated because I guess they see it come out. Also, here's another pro. Most gynecologists have more experience with this procedure. And there are 2 cons I want to talk to you about. Number 1, they say although rare, with any surgical procedure, complications can occur, including adverse reaction to anesthesia. Like you can die under anesthesia is basically what they're saying. All right. Which isn't directly related to having an abortion. What it's directly related to is your reaction to anesthesia. And here's the second con. You can't have sex or use a tampon for at least 10 days after the procedure.
That's it?
That's it. 2 cons. And you might get pelted and picketed over walking out of the clinic.
Yeah.
And it's still up for discussion whether or not you go to heaven. Because nobody really knows. I am pro-choice, though. You know what? If I was out there still slinging my schlong, the last thing I'd be thinking about is this early option pill. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Goose said, Jeffrey. Dumbass. Well, what do I have? A minute on the break?
You have 2 coming up on 2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes. Okay. So I have a chance to talk to you about sunglasses. I got this article on the secret behind why sunglasses are about more than just being cool. Because, of course, we all know that they help us hide facial flaws, puffy eyes, just plain old tired. But the following steps can also help you with some of those snafus that you try to hide with your glasses. Like if you drink lots of water, it reduces the puffiness and dark circles, which they say are caused by dehydration. See, here you're thinking it's late hours and all like that. Art, do you realize that? You just started drinking a lot of water, though, in recent years. Goose, you apparently don't drink enough water either. You're just starting now that water is cool.
And because the studio's hot.
And because the studio's hot. Sorry, Goose. But, you know, they say that those dark circles are caused by dehydration. Wearing sunglasses and sunblock in the sun and under your eyes also helps you get rid of some of that nastiness that you don't like to see. They say it's worth investing in a good eye cream designed for thinner and more sensitive skin that's around your eyes. I use Laura Mercier eye cream. Like, I am a drugstore person for everything else, but for the eye cream, like, I don't slip. But I do have to admit that I've only been doing that since I had the baby and realized, I have a reason to, I don't want to say a reason to live, but, a reason to keep it hot. Only because, you get flashbacks of first grade. Is that your mother? Third grade? Damn. Look at Lisa's mother. I don't want to be one of those mothers that gets the damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So eye cream for my son. Sleeping on your side or your back reduces creases in your foreheads, cheeks, and puffiness under the eyes. So don't sleep on your stomach. Damn, like me.
Wendy, man.
So I called you like 3 weeks ago about me and my boy had a threesome and how he touched my butt. He came to me saying that he really want to have sex with me.
Well, you should have known that when he touched your butt.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, New York City, this is your man, Steve Harvey. Hey, that's right, everybody, I'm back. And this time, New York, I'm here to stay. When I had a job, I never looked at my boss. I worked 8 years at a place. Never made eye contact with him. Scared he gonna ask me to do something. Don't look at your boss. Matter of fact, let's make that official. Don't look at your boss day.
Okay.
All right.
Today, don't make eye contact with your boss.
All right.
Tomorrow is going to be a new day. Is slap your boss.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Everybody can haul off and slap your damn boss.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday is unemployment tips. What to do when you ain't working. It's going to be big, New York. You don't want to miss this one. The fun begins Monday morning, September 19th. It'll be on and cracking right here on 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul.
It's the Wendy Williams Experience, 107.5 WBLS. This hour of the Wendy Williams Experience is brought to you by Botox. Botox, it's not just for wrinkles anymore. We're about to play you a commercial. Goose, the commercial's about to come up in this break about Botox and how it's used to stop the perspiration. And I think in the commercial it talks about under the arms. But let me just tell you, it's good for the bottoms of your feet, your groinal area, like right here where your legs hinge onto your torso. Especially sometimes if you're a little nervous or that's a sweaty area for you, or maybe you're just a few pounds too portly and you know what I mean? I'm just helping you out, but you have to consult a person who does Botox very well. So listen to the commercial and find out about Botox. It's not just for wrinkles anymore. I happen to get it because when I go like this, like I'm talking to you right now, what? See this what right up here in my forehead? You don't see it. You know why? Because I get my doses over in Montclair, New Jersey at my Botoxologist, dermatologist, Dr. Janine Downey. Hey, girl. My forehead is down. And look, play something and see my face doesn't move.
Wow.
It's Dr. Janine. That's Botox.
I like that.
That's Botox.
Yes.
Give me another one. Watch.
Wow. Morgan for your child.
Yeah, exactly. My face is frozen in time. I love it. So I go to Dr. Janine Downey, but where do you go for your Botox if you get it at all? Listen to the commercial. This hour is brought to you by Botox. And thank you to the WBLS sales department for zhuzhing up the content of the commercial breaks with things that actually apply to the person who's on the air. You know what I mean? They're listening, they're in tune, they understand. Hey, let's get the Botox on Wendy's show.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. And let's get them to sponsor.
Yes.
Thank you, sales department. I love you.
Too?
Huh?
Do men get that too?
Men get Botox too. What would you like, Mr. Art?
I don't know. What you think I should get Botox?
Well, as you're asking me, do men get that too? You're furling. I see a furl. Would you like to get smoothed out?
Does it hurt?
Well, beauty is pain, honey.
Oh.
The little baby needles.
Okay.
My doctor, Dr. Janine, she uses a numbing cream.
Oh, okay.
The doctor that I used to go to before I saw him being handcuffed on the UPN 9 News on Park Avenue, he used to use the numbing cream too, and he was really good with his Botox. But he was messing up people. He was a hack doctor, messing up people's implants and stuff. And I was in the bathroom. I come out of the bathroom. I see my doctor, walking out. And I'm like, what? So, Brenda Blackman's my girlfriend from the UPN 9 News, and I called her the next day. Bren, what the hell is going on? I saw the doctor. I've never had anything done but Botox with him, and he's wicked with a needle. But what the hell is going on? And so she says, And I was like, oh, okay. I hung up with her. I called up his office. I told them they better credit back my credit card because I pay for a year. If you pay for a year, then it's less money. Yeah. You just become a member of the Botox Club. You don't just go, because the doses are like, $600 to $800, but depending on where you go, up to $1,000 per dose. Yeah. But if you get a package deal might end up being where, you're only paying like $600 per time as opposed to like $8,000 to $1,000. That's good. So I got a package deal. I had 2 more visits on my package deal. I called up that Park Avenue office. Hello. Down. I said, I don't even want to have to come in there. You don't want me to have to make a fuss. Yeah. You credit me back. And that better be done by today. At the end of the business day, I'm going to call my credit card and make sure it's done. And it was done. And that's when, and I had already been going to Dr. Janine. I just already had my package of Botox someplace else. But I said, Dr. Janine, how's your Botox needle? She said, Wendy, I teach it. Ooh. Exactly. I was like, I teach people other doctors, how to do Botox. Wow. So now I go to the professor.
There you go.
I go to the Botox professor. And the rest is history. Don't ask me about the other doctor. I don't really much care. Shout out to little Kim, though. He did say that he did your nose job and he's done work on Halle Berry. He used to want to have shine. I'd come in there. All I'd want to do, because I'm too cheap to park, And Botox should really only be like, 15 or 20 minutes. You get there on time for your appointment. They usher you in. They ice you up. If you're an old pro, like I'm an OG in the game now, I don't even have to get numbed anymore. Just, stick me. You know what I mean? I don't even have to get numbed. It is what it is. But on Park Avenue, why am I going to pay $25 to park for an appointment that's only going to take me 15 minutes? So, the cheapie that I am, I double park in front of the practice, go inside, get dosed up and come back out.
Damn.
But then, where am I going with this? Oh, hell, it doesn't even matter.
Janine Downey.
That's the point. And Botox. Okay. And the WBLS sales staff.
How you doing?
All right. When I laugh, is this too deep?
No.
Because I'll get some wrestling next.
Oh. No.
Okay, it's okay?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure?
Positive.
All right. How are the crow's feet? Because they can get Botox too. I just never gotten them.
I don't see any.
Yeah, okay, okay. All right. Consult your Botoxologist. They'll hook you up with all the trade secrets. All right. Oh, anyway, this is what I was saying. I used to double park and go inside and get dosed up, right? And here he goes. And I never told him that, I'm me. He just knows me as, a lady coming in there, a splaboo coming in there to get dosed up. Yeah. And no time for long talk. I don't like to, do a whole lot of talking. Just dose me up and fine. So then he figures out who I am. He tells me about myself. I know you are, yada, yada, yada. He says, I did little Kim's nose. And then he says, and then he goes on and on about Kim. And then in the next visit, he's on and on about Halle Berry and so on and so forth. And I'm like, I'm on to him. Yeah. Like, and I know that I love to, spill the tea. But I see what he's doing, and that's doctor confidentiality, and that is not right. And that is why when he was cuffed up on the news, all I had to say was, well, you know what? I'm glad I already knew his character and only went to him for Botox. And I tell you about Botox, so what can he say about me? Damn. Yeah. I would never have gotten anything else done with him. First of all, look at Kim's nose. Ooh. No, the biggest thing is the confidentiality. I didn't tell you I'm the big mouth from the radio. You don't even know who I am. And now you figured it out, and you figured out that I gossip, and you also know that I have experts come on my show, and you're trying to position yourself to be an expert to come on the show to talk about plastic surgery. You know what by getting in good with me, you're feeding me stories. You know what? I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Back there.
Exactly, Vivica. And by the way, who did your lips? Oh, one word too many. She's got the DSLs.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh, I'm losing a track of what I'm supposed to be talking about. Oh, you look, you never mind. Let's just continue on with this break. It's 107. Are you going to play the Botox commercial now?
No, next break.
Oh, in the next break. Okay. Can you play it the first commercial in the next break?
Yeah.
Just so that people can understand?
Sure.
All right. It's going to be the first commercial in the next break, which is approximately 17 minutes from now, just so that you can get the 1-800-BOTOX number and call and, find out and get all the details. Anyway. Go ahead, Goose. Okay, it's the Wendy Williams Experience, and it's still Advice Hour. And I was speaking to you about sunglasses, and then I said something about sleep in our next segment, but then I got cut off at the end, and I wanted to just revisit that for a moment. When you sleep, to help not aid in the process of wrinkling, they say if you sleep on your side or your back, that reduces puffiness around your eyes, and will also, when you sleep on your face, you're basically saying, come on, wrinkles, come a little earlier than usual. Come on, puffiness, bring it on. How many of us sleep with our pillows cupped? We embrace our pillows and we sleep on our stomach. That's me every night. That's why I need that mirror right over here so I can watch TV through the mirror as I lull to sleep. One of the worst things about being pregnant is that, then you have to sleep on your side or your back. And I thought that, because I had read about sleeping on your side or your back as I was pregnant, saying, well, this is a lifelong thing. Maybe I should keep this up even after I have the baby. But there I went, right back on my stomach. So, and here's something else for you all. They say breakfast helps girls stay slim. Girls, they say, who regularly eat breakfast, particularly the ones that included cereal, were slimmer than those who skipped breakfast in the morning. That's according to a study of nearly 2,500 girls over a 10-year period this was done. They say girls who ate breakfast of any type had a lower average body mass index and a common obesity gauge than those who said they didn't have breakfast. The index was even lower for girls who said that they ate cereal for breakfast, according to a study done at the Maryland Medical Research Institute. The study received funding from the National Institute of Health and the makers of General Mills. So, this is General Mills touting their product. But they say that not eating breakfast is the worst thing that you can do. That's really the take-home message for teenage girls. And you know what? We pass this along to adults as well. And I'm a notorious not breakfast eater. Every once in a while, I'll have time to boil a hard-boiled egg or something like that. But my first meal generally doesn't happen until I get here in this studio. And by that time, Goose, you're in here with me every day. It starts out with, I'm starved. Yeah. I need to eat something. I'm going to start eating breakfast on a regular basis. Yogurt and fruit, something. I was doing it when I was losing weight on LA Weight Loss, but once I lost my weight, I said, I know how I'm going to keep this weight off. And I started going into panic mode. No more breakfast, chowing down at lunch. And then by the time I get home, I feel like a criminal, so I'll eat nothing. Or I'll eat a little something at lunch or a little something at dinner. Breakfast, okay, that's the route. Got another survey for you. Oh, Wendy, you and your damn surveys. Well, first of all, let's talk about the People Poll survey on the WendyWilliamsExperience.com. Yesterday, the question is, have you ever been to jail or prison? 10% of you all said yes, you've spent time behind bars, and 90% of you say no. Today's People Poll question is going in line with the government's new sex survey. Was oral sex your first sexual encounter? 4 people in the room with me, all 4 said yes. Was oral sex your first sexual encounter? Now let's talk about relationships. This comes from a survey also. The survey is titled, Are you ready for, it's not even a survey, it's just pointers. Are you ready for married life? I got this off, I forgot what relationship website. They say, well, here's the thing. They give some pointers. Number 1, you go for each other for advice and you almost always come away feeling better about things. They say that if you're ready for married life, then the answer should be yes. Also, you're supportive of each other's decisions even when they suck. You just don't agree with them, but you're supportive. I don't agree, but I'll support you. That's what married people do, according to these tips right here, which I did not make up myself, but I'm, dispensing them to you. Are you ready for married life? Well, if you are, then that means that you tell your honey when he or she has hurt you instead of holding a grudge. Are you ready for married life? Okay. Then you are generally able to resolve fights to your mutual satisfaction. Are you ready for married life? Okay, then you both know that the relationship takes work and you are willing to go the distance. Are you ready for married life? Okay, that means that you respect, admire, and listen to, and you plain like each other, doggone it. You like each other. Are you ready for married life? Well, then that means that you share enough of the same interests and friends that you don't feel like you're always on your own. Are you ready for married life? Then that means that you have similar spending and saving habits, or you've discussed how you'll each compromise to keep the peace. Are you ready for married life? And that means that you have the same attitudes about paying bills or debt management, or you've discussed who is going to be the secretary of the family. Are you ready for married life? Then you're aware of each other's total present debt, if any. That's good. Yes. Are you ready for married life? Then you have similar definition of comfortable income and similar or symbiotic income goals. Are you ready for married life? Then you have told your honey about all your money and there's no hiding a nest egg for just in case. Oh, then obviously you ain't ready for divorce. Because if you're ready for married life, then you'd be a fool not to think about the other side if there is an other side. God willing, I hope there won't be. But if there, better stash your FU money.
That's right.
Because that's FU money from your job. Her, him, whatever. That's for you. And your kids, if you have children. Are you ready for married life? Can you dig it? Well, everybody, I don't really have time to get into letters at this particular time. Well, here's a real quick one. Dear Wendy, I'll keep this short. My cousin is engaged to be married to a man I recently found out is gay. He was my beautician lover who happened to be a man. Something. Please tell me how I can bring this up and tell her. Yada, 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 yada. Write with the opposite hand you're familiar with. And slip the note in her mailbox. And point her to who she needs to talk to outside of you.
Wendy, man.
Now, my question is about the Kegel. Why is it every time I try to do them, I have an orgasm? Is that normal?
I don't know, but it must be pleasurable.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Wendy Williams and Mr. Marcus.
Were you actually Superhead's boyfriend at one time, or was that another lie that she told?
Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah, she said that you were her boyfriend. She denied participating. She said, silly Marcus, he was my boyfriend, and I didn't even realize we were being taped. That was a porn movie that you all were making.
Yeah.
Mr. Marcus's Neighborhood.
I don't know.
And she played the role of Honey.
Yeah, she did. She's good at what she does. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't think she likes actual sexual intercourse part. I think the oral thing.
She's good at that.
She's pretty good at that. She's really good at that, actually.
That's why they call her Superhead.
Got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Oh, boy. Welcome, everybody, to the Hour of Truth here on the Wendy Williams Experience. Any moment now, I'll be getting a telephone call from friend to the show, Vivica A. Fox. Love her. She's got a new magazine. The woman's got a multitude of jobs and lots of checks coming in. You know what I got? So I get to work today, and I see on my desk a package from one Ramon Hervé. Does that name ring a bell? That's Vanessa Williams' first husband. The one that she married, who ended up being her publicist and helping to dig her out of the Miss America scandal. They went on and had children. Melanie is the oldest, and I forget the other children's names. But anyway, so he's got an artist, and of course inside, there was a CD, and there's a package on the artist. The artist's name is The Wade O. Brown. Story is unfolding. Okay, so that apparently is the name of the CD. His name is Wade O. Brown. And I didn't get a chance to listen to the CD, but inside of the package, there's a note on personalized stationery. On the outside of the note card is an H in gold embossed, an H, which Hervé, or how you doing? I'm just playing. No, that just here H means how you doing. Anyway, dear Wendy, I don't think we've spoken since the last time when you claim that I licked your face at a party. Anyway, this is an artist that I'm very excited about, that I want to share with you, and I hope that you'll like it and want to support. I would love to catch up in person for lunch, dinner, or drinks. Let me know what's best. He leaves his telephone number, and it's signed Ramon Hervé. Thank you, Ramon. You forgot to include lick. Lunch, dinner, drinks, or lick. You did lick my face, Ramon. Thank you very much for the package, and thank you very much. You are so Susie. Thank you so much for the note, and I'm going to ask Vanessa. Vivica is another one of my favorite V girls. I'm going to ask Vanessa if it's okay. Yeah. And then I'll, maybe give you a call. This right here in my bra. Oh, Vivica's on the phone. Hey, Vivica.
Hello, girlfriend.
Hi.
How you doing, boo-boo?
Vivica's in town, everybody. She is promoting her new magazine. It's called Jolie. And now, Vivica, let me ask you. I know that this is the premiere issue, and you're on the front. Are you a guest editor, or are you also a financial backer and a part of this magazine staff?
Well, what I am, my official title is editor-at-large. So I'm not a financial backer. Basically, what I am is I'm the person who gets the money coming in, baby.
Okay.
But no, I just serve as the initial, cover girl for the first issue. But basically, my duties with Jolie, I will interview whoever is on the cover. So it's kind of like celebrity on celebrity interview, and an advice column every other month when the magazine comes out.
Oh, I like. And so, can you define for me what editor-at-large usually means in the magazine world in general?
No, I really can't. I just know that that's my official title that they gave me.
So then who's the actual editor?
The editor-at-large is Alicia Rivers.
Okay.
So see, what happened is that there was 3 beautiful ladies who approached me, and one of the main ladies was Alicia Rivers, Natalie, and Rachel. And we had a meeting about maybe 6 months ago at the Mandarin when I was in town. Mm-hmm. And they just came and they had a wonderful presentation about this magazine because they used to work with another magazine. And they said that they were helping basically a white man make money, that they were making money selling a magazine to African Americans.
Yeah.
And they said, you know what, we want to do our own magazine. But we need some, like a celebrity spokesperson to help us get this out. They had a beautiful presentation. They were so professional. And you guys know as much as I'm in magazines, I said, well, shoot, I'm helping other folks sell magazines. Why not do my own?
And might I add, she's on the cover of Jolie magazine, and she's been, like the quote that you gave when you were telling us about 50 Cent in the press conference, you said, I don't need anybody to get on cover of magazines. Here she is.
No, I've been on, in magazines for such a long time. So, the fact that I got my own magazine will definitely be a true statement of that, won't it?
Yeah, this is a good look for you. Now, do you draw a salary from this magazine?
Well, of course. Okay. I'm a businesswoman. Now, come on, boo.
Hello. So the big party is tomorrow night, and I will definitely see you there. But you know what? One of the things, because you talk so much about, a woman of a certain age and keeping yourself together.
Yes.
We're going to move past that because you gave such good talk time last time that we talked about, the little tweaks and keeping it together, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And I'm all for that. We're not going to talk about the 50 Cent thing because you've talked.
Yay, thank you.
You've talked about that enough, and I was so disappointed
Where
in
is
you
that
on
girl? Back there.
Yeah, exactly. But on Tyra Banks, you did mention one thing about a tattoo, and I had no idea that you had a tattoo.
At 13.
That that's another thing. Do you have one in your privates?
No, girl.
Well, where are they? Because I know the infamous fox on one arm.
Yeah, and then I have a cross on one shoulder, which means I'm a blessed child of God.
Okay.
That's surrounded by roses, because roses are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other arm, I have strength, courage, and wisdom. And I got that after the breakup, because I listened to the song Indie Ari pretty much every day to help me feel stronger as a woman. And then I've got like vinery work that's like right above my butt. And then I got a toe ring and then some roses in really cute places.
Oh, wow. And the vinery work, I've never seen it. Your low-rise jeans don't go that low?
No, not that low. It's low.
I like that vinery work. I think that's really pretty and sexy.
It is. You know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Little artwork there.
Yeah.
I like tattoos. I really do. I think they're beautiful.
So now, I love your interview. I actually have the magazine here.
You do? Do you
yeah.
like it?
Yeah, I love it. And I actually...
You're in there.
The reason... I didn't... thank you.
You are. Girl, you know we don't include you.
But you know what? That's why I didn't know who the actual editor was, because I immediately went to the Vivica stuff, and I'm feeling the quality of the pages, and I'm looking at the pictures, and this is a really good look.
Good. You know, we want to introduce everybody to the fabulous. Like, there's so many times I've shot for other magazines, and they always try to downplay how beautiful, minority women are, how fabulous we are. Now, and I'm like, baby, put on your diamonds, put on some stilettos, work it.
Yes. Now, Viv, we all know that you have, many celebrity good girlfriends, including Star Jones and Tashina Arnold, Layla Rashawn, and stuff. But they asked you in this article about you, who is your best friend, and you named Alicia Shuggie Williams, and you said that's your sister.
That's my sister.
Your blood sister?
My blood sister.
Can we find out more about her? What does she do for a living?
Shuggie works for Federal Express. She's a great mom. She's got a beautiful 14-year-old daughter by the name of Sharday, and she is my lifeline.
Is she married?
Yes, she is. She's married. She lives in South Bend, Indiana.
How long has she been married?
Shuggie's been married now for about 10 years.
Yeah, so she's...
Yeah, James Williams.
She's your level-headed side.
Yes, she is. She keeps me together. I tell her if I ever start acting like a bitch, just pull me by the ear and let me know. Don't do it.
Is Shuggie younger or older than you?
She's older. I'm the baby girl.
Oh, wow.
Yes, wow. I have a tendency at times to act spoiled. Now you know why.
Yeah. Well, that's, you know what? I was pleasantly surprised to read that, because I know that you have a lot of celebrity girlfriends, and to see that your absolute best friend is your sister, that just kind of brings it right back home.
Yeah, she's a wonderful person. I admire her as a woman, as a mother, and just as an overall, all-around person. She's just a good person, you know?
Yeah. Everybody, to read more about Vivica, you must pick up the new issue. It's the premiere issue of Jolie Magazine, spelled Jolie. One more question for you, and that is concerning adult home videos. You admitted that you made them yourself. Now, honey... Do you erase them? Do you erase them afterwards?
I don't actually film them, Wendy.
Oh.
I don't have a problem with them. Sometimes they can help to set and simulate the mood.
Oh, well, we all like to watch them. Have you ever made one?
Honey, we have all learned from Miss Paris Hilton, do not let nobody be videotaping you.
Hello. Well, listen, you know what? I wanted to keep this short and pleasant, because my favorite way to talk to you is actually in the studio, where I can look. Oh, one more question.
Okay.
Just one more.
Okay.
Did you get your lips enhanced?
Some days. I use this thing called City Lip.
Oh.
And you put it on, it's like a lip plumper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so they swell your lips up nice and juicy.
Oh, wow. You know what? I thought it might have been like Restylane or something like that, but City Lips?
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
Can you just get that at the drugstore?
Yeah, they're actually going to be handing them out at our party tomorrow night. They're one of our sponsors.
I am so there. I want the City Lips. Okay.
Are you coming to the party?
Absolutely.
Yay.
Yes, coming to have a good time. All right, Viv, thanks for calling.
All right, you guys.
And I'll see you tomorrow night.
Out tomorrow night, Jolie style.
All right, take care.
All right.
I love her. So if you want to know a little bit more about Jolie Magazine, this is actually a pretty good look. And Art, right when she said bye, I got to the page that I'm on. I'm on page 52, and it's titled Bag Lady. And it says, every true fashionista knows that a handbag is the defining accessory of any ensemble, allowing a true personality of the carrier to shine through. Whether large, small, slouchy, structured, or embellished, they all say very, very sexy. Rachel Roy, who's Dame Dash's wife and a designer, she's got, it looks like the Fendi Spy bag. They don't name what these bags are, but because I'm a bagnista, I know some of them. Like, I know hers is the Spy bag. Very difficult to get, lots of money. Vivica is carrying some sort of Gucci bag with gold embellishment. Alec Weck, the supermodel, is carrying a fabulous big orange bag. Moshanda, who's Swiss Beats wife, is carrying, it looks like a small Balenciaga bag, but I could be wrong. Kimora Lee Simmons is carrying something embellished just because it's Kimora, you know, whatever it is, it's 5,000 and better. And Wendy Williams is carrying the very coveted Gucci Boston bag, which, the Gucci Crocodile Boston bag, of which there are only 3 made in the crocodile. And she scooped up the green one. And she teetered before getting it because at one point she thought that the Birkin was the absolute icon until she fell in love with that bag. And she had a war in her head for a good 60 days. Art, do you remember the first day that I saw it? I came back and I said, I'm in love with the bag, but if I get it, I'm going to kill myself.
Yes.
But I got it. And there I am photographed in it. You know what? It paid off. I carried it practically every day after I got it. Yeah. Until the new Gucci Croc came in. I got a purple one for the fall. Yeah. Today I have my light blue Birkin bag, though. I'm sorry, Oprah. I'm sorry. Your season has not premiered yet, so I don't know why I need to stay away from Hermes. So I got my light blue Birkin bag. I'm wearing a J-Lo velour sweatsuit. And no, she didn't. Yes, she did. She's wearing with her sweatsuit, a velour.
There you go.
4-inch stiletto strappies with the rhinestone embellishments.
You ready?
Looking a zhuzhed up mess.
Uh-oh.
It's my mess, though. Thank you. Hello. If you want to know more about Jolie Magazine, I can tell you right now. It's a multicultural women's magazine for women ages 21 to 50. If you are image conscious, fully employed, they want you to read their magazine. If you attended college or graduated from college and your median household income is $40,000, this magazine is for you, sister. If you spend over $100 a month on beauty needs, this magazine is for you. If you visit a hair salon or beauty salon of any type at least once a month, this magazine is for you. And if you're dedicated to enhancing and maintaining your self-worth, this magazine is for you. Well, I am a Jolie woman, so thank you, Vivica. I see it's a bi-monthly. This is the October-November issue. This is a good look. City lips, huh? All right. Wow. Get me one of those.
Wow.
Look, Art, I'm going to the party. I'll get some for me, and I'll get some for you. It'll help you on the weekends.
Yes.
All right.
It's Wendy, man.
You never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't do shit with me, but talk about me. Watch what you say. That's all, baby girl. That's all I'm asking you is watch what the you say.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, New York City, this is your man, Steve Harvey. Hey, that's right, everybody, I'm back. And this time, New York, I'm here to stay. I got that 10-way suit when I was little for Easter with the reversible pants on it. You could wear it 10 ways. Then I'd be in black. I could wear mine 31 ways. That's right. Radio in New York will never be the same. The fun begins Monday morning, September 19th. It'll be on and cracking right here on 107.5 WBLS. Oh, man. Today's R&B and classic soul.
And we're working it out, everybody. It's Friday afternoon in the city. 25 minutes after 4 o'clock, the Wendy Williams Experience is in the air. And on the air, too. Sam Fine, the legendary makeup artist, is coming in our next segment. I always have fun talking to Vivica Fox. I'm so glad we got our crap straightened out. And you know what? At the end of the day, I can't even remember what we were arguing about. I think she thought that I was somebody that I'm not. And I thought that she was somebody she's not. And like we've worked it out. And that's her second time being on the radio show, you know, of pleasantries, you know, the Wendy Williams Experience radio show. And, yeah. And she's a question answerer, too, right? She answers the questions. And then we move on. Yeah. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie is working at Law and Order, working over there at the Law and Order offices. And this is actually for Art, but Art's not in the room. He says, what's up with Art going on porn websites? Art, brother, you may have a problem with porn, especially if you're looking at porn at work. Doesn't he get in trouble for that? I worry about you guys, the drinking in the studio during the telethon. Be careful. Too much excess is never good. I love you guys. That's why I ask. That's from EG. EG, you're just mad because you got to pay attention. It's your job. No, you know what, EG? We call it show research. Let me taste this drink. Let me go on this website. And somehow we bring it back home to It Matters for the show. That is like one of the beauties of being in radio. This particular Art. EG's worried about you having a porn problem, especially because you're going on porn at work. Don't you get in trouble for that? Also, us drinking on the air, and we're not drinking today. But he said, particularly during the telethon, he says, "Be careful. Excess is never good." I was just telling him that he's just upset because he's working at a job. Although it sounds fun because you work at Law and Order, but I bet you work someplace on this set where you have to pay attention. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just fly by the seat of our pants. And everything that we do, we can mark it off as show research.
Yes. Let's get Wendy on Law and Order.
Yeah, Eddie. Can I stumble down the street and go?
In the courtroom?
I'd be in the courtroom. Eddie, thank you so much for your concern. But no, nobody's got any excess problems. That's part of the interview process of the show, I might add. I don't want any druggies. I don't want any drinkies. I just, what you do after the show is like what you do. But anything problematic, like I don't want to come in and spray the juice all over the show. Do you know what I mean? And that's coming from an ex-offender, and you can call me a hypocrite, but I know where, excess can take the show because I know where it almost took me. And I know how important, this is like, my time right now. And anybody who's going to be on the team, they got to be on point. If you weren't with me high back in the day, then you missed your opportunity. Oh. You know what I mean?
No more lines.
No more lines. Kate Moss. This hour of the show is brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere you want it to be. WBLS, everybody, is presenting the 35th annual New York Urban League's Whitney M. Young Jr. Scholarship Fund Football Classic. It's a long title for a very, very big game. This game is very worthwhile because it benefits good stuff. And like scholarship funds and things like that, facilitated by the New York Urban League. But the game is happening on September 24th, which is a Saturday, next Saturday, at Giant Stadium in New Jersey. It's Hampton University versus Morgan State. It's a great game, and it's, it's a great social activity. WBLS is commandeering the pregame tailgating partying, which is kicking off at noon. Chuck Chillout's going to be out there in the parking lot. I know you all are going to bring your burgers and your chicken and your ribs and potato salad and whatnot, and just sit out there. A lot of you all don't even go into the game, but remember, when you come to the game, you have to pay just to get into the parking lot. So if you pay to get in the parking lot, then you already have a ticket for the game. It's pretty much one and the same, So here, I'm going to give you the telephone number to find out more about this game. Saturday, September 24th, 212-926-8000, extension 155. 212-926-8000, extension 155. Or you can call Ticketmaster in New York at 212-307-7171. Remember the date. It's a great game. This is a great game for you and your friends or you and your whole family. Saturday, September 24th, and that's the big game at Giant Stadium, Hampton versus Morgan State. Okay, everybody. Sam Fine is here. Oh, my gosh. All this. Did you start looking at your face and trying?
Of course.
Did you feel
the bronzers and?
Yeah, but before you came in, were you looking at your face feeling inadequate or like you were up to?
Hello, because I don't wear any makeup. You know how I come in here.
Yeah,
all sallow skin. Come on.
That's Nicole. She's my assistant. But you know what though? I'm in here right now. I'm at the very least press powdering and cleaning out the sleep balls in the corner of my eyes. Like, oh my god.
He's gonna look.
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna be like, wait, you should do this.
I know.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I know he was looking at my eyebrows. Like, Nicole could have at least done her eyebrows.
Oh my gosh, and I get mine dyed, and Steve Lindsay, who does my makeup, gets disgusted because he thinks that I overdo him. Oh my gosh, what's Sam going to say? And I know he's going to say the great foundation for any makeup is good skin. Art, you're looking oily. Do something. Okay. He's going to be judging you.
And he has male ideas. He has great things for men too.
Well, he already Marcello Borghese's all day long, Art says. I'm really looking forward to Vivica Fox's party tomorrow night.
I know. Oh my God, I got to send you the list. You got to see who all is going to be there.
Who? Do you remember off the top of your head?
P. Diddy. We have Kevin Lyles. We have who else? I think I saw Gwen. Just a whole bunch of people, like a whole bunch of like random celebrity. Gwen. Wow. A whole bunch of random, fabulous celebrity people are going to be there. I saw the list and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to wear? This is crazy.
Are you going to wear your Hadiyah?
My hairpiece? You know, I think I should just break it out and just like, who is that?
You know
with
what?
That shag bob looking fabulous.
Exactly.
I have to have the complete look though. I have to have the earrings. I have to have the shoes. Like I have to do it justice.
Yes.
You know, I'm probably gonna have on jeans, but I'm trying to do maybe a little back, maybe a little the girls out, bronze it up.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be self tanning.
Do the Hadiyah.
Yeah.
And the beads.
And the beads.
Watch, you're not gonna even recognize Nicole tomorrow night.
With a new attitude too, because new hair, new attitude.
Hair is power. As soon as you put it on, don't you feel like
you saw me yesterday. My new walk was different yesterday.
Exactly.
I had to bounce.
You already bounced.
No, but the hair had to bounce this time. The hair bounced too.
When she walks out of her house tomorrow, going to Vivica's party, in her head it's going to Nick Cole, Nick Cole. You know that commercial?
Yeah.
Nick Cole. All right, you all. Listen, Vaughn Harper's up at 7 o'clock with The Quiet Storm. The Wendy Williams experience continues with makeup artist to the stars, Sam Fine, next on 107.5 WBLS. The gray one with the gold top.
Yes.
That's the one that I use.
Yes.
Gosh, we only have a minute left on the... Look, we're here to plug your tour. Do it again.
Well, it's I'm starting tomorrow. Come on down to the West End on Times Square from 1 to 3. Come at 12 with cash in hand and get a seat. You know, you got to say that. You got to say that. And come and have a good time. It's going to be really great.
Sam Fine, everybody, is just a legend in the beauty business.
Thank you.
You know, if you need help, a little guidance, or if you just want to have a great day, go. I'm going to give you more information about this as the show goes on. Mr. Fine.
Oh,
very nice to meet you.
Same here.
Thank you.
Wendy, man.
We're talking to this young lady. She called me at home and I was listening to your show, and she says that she doesn't know any straight guys that listen to the Wendy Williams show.
No, plenty of straight guys listen to the show.
All right, so yeah.
Ow.
So what should I tell her? Just
tell her
how you doing.
The Wendy Williams experience.
The Wendy Williams experience. Happy birthday to Crybaby. Crybaby, shout out to you in Brooklyn and happy birthday. It's the birthday weekend. What's really good, Crybaby? You know what? So after Sam Fine, I said, wait a minute. And I found myself asking him a lot of questions behind the scenes. And I said, you know what? That wasn't goodbye. That was hold on and come back. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the fabulous Sam Fine. There are questions, Sam, after you left. I was like, I have questions that I'm sure the listeners have also. Unfortunately, we don't have the 7-second delay, so it's hard for me to take phone calls at the drop of a hat.
Yes.
But, okay, for instance, if a woman is trapped on an island, what one makeup do you recommend she have with her?
Gosh, I have to think about that.
You're already bronzed.
Okay, right. Okay, good point. Gosh.
Giggle Fest lipstick by MAC. Like a nice lipstick.
No, mascara. Because, you can lick your lips.
Yes.
If you're already sun-kissed.
Okay.
Mascara.
Yeah,
and a good mascara. One that really brings out every lash.
Now, the pink in the store.
People like that.
I don't like that.
I've never used it. In my 12 years of doing makeup, I've never used it. I am a voluminous,
L'Oreal. That's
yes. And if you're in department stores, Definicils. See, I'm getting the makeup bag. Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Yes. See.
Here's my makeup. Here's my mascara. And I use a little bit of everything.
Pull some more out.
What are Oh, gosh. Do I want to tell on myself? Okay, the Advil for if I get a headache.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. The white line, I use all lipsticks from Baruchi's to I love
they have a bronzer that I love. There's a Wet n Wild bronzer, and people are so shocked when I say that I find things in drugstore. They think everything comes from Europe, and I only use the best of the best. But really, some of the same people who are making the best are manufacturing some of the things that you're buying in drugstore.
Exactly. So Wet n Wild has a good bronzer.
A great bronzer.
For African American women?
Yes. I used it on a client the other week, and it's gorgeous.
Okay. Art has just written that one down, I noticed. Okay, let's talk about lipsticks.
Yes.
I understand in the beauty world, Sam Fine is here. He does everybody who's anybody's makeup in the celebrity world, including our friend Vanessa Williams, Janet Jackson, Mary J. Blige, Halle Berry. Okay. The day of the lip gloss is put to the side for a moment. Lipstick is coming back.
We're not in the day and age where we're preached to anymore.
Okay.
So, everybody, there's still women who are wearing red lipstick. Everything isn't nude. There are women who want to wear a liner because they feel it gives them more definition, which is true.
I love a liner, particularly at night.
So does Iman. She's like, no, the whole light, pale lip just doesn't work for me. It works for Beyonce. It works for J-Lo. And it's hard to translate for some women of color.
Now, I don't mind my lip liner showing. I tell you, particularly when I do it, is after 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
I don't mind my lip liner being a little bit darker, not garish.
But it should be a little darker. Yeah. But the idea is that it should blend with the lipstick.
Yes.
So you don't line after because you're going to get a much harsher line. If you line before and then blend the lipstick in with it, you get definition on the outer perimeter, but it's not just liner lipstick.
Now, what do you prefer for the eyebrows? Back to the eyebrows. Is it pencil or is it powder?
It depends. Powder fills in more of the hair.
Okay.
If you don't have hair, then you're going to need a pencil.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So if you're looking to elongate the tail, if you're looking for a higher, more dramatic brow, you're going to need... That's what you answered.
Pencil.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
So, if you're just trying to make your brows look thicker or fill in the color, say if you wanted more red of a brow now that you bleach them, you would use a...
powder.
Exactly.
Red lipstick, red nails. Do your nails match your lips?
Okay, this is where it gets touchy because makeup is a personality.
Yes.
And, you can't say no to anything. But
Gwen Stefani
matches. I've worked with Patti LaBelle and, for many, many years, and she loves red lipstick, and she always wears a nude nail. I think keep the drama somewhere, even on the toes. Do a red toe. Do a dark, almost burgundy toe.
Right.
And then, what was that?
He loves that.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Burgundy lipstick. Remember when Chanel came out with the vamp color and all the girls were vamping?
I
think I was the only girl that wasn't vamping. It's very
women of color
Shakira.
don't like to commit to strong color. They feel that it'll draw too much attention. They think it'll, I can't wear that. But
it chips too easily.
Well, or then try a color that's sheer.
Okay.
There's so many colors that you can use, and now that they make glosses in those colors, so you won't get as much color.
Is it too much to do? Sam Fine is here. Ladies, I had to have him come back because there are just some general questions. I feel as though makeup is such an individual thing, but there are general questions that we can talk about.
For sure.
For instance, when I do my makeup, I don't like to put that black line inside my eye. Number one, it makes too many eye boogers. And number two, it makes my eyes smaller, not larger.
Well, but see, the smaller versus larger thing. So if you did line with black inside, which I could totally do that look on you.
Okay.
It would look more exotic. Wavy hair, dark eyes, smoky. Think of Vanessa Williams on Everlasting Love, her album cover.
Oh, yes.
That's, excuse me, that's that look.
But this is what I discovered. If I pull my top lid and line up here underneath this lid.
Because there's another rim where your lashes grow on the top.
Yes.
But that's really, you're definitely a makeup artist for that move. And that will enhance the lash line. I know how to do that. That's a big makeup artist move.
Okay.
So, I don't even talk about that in class. That somebody will put their eye out.
Yeah, well, no, my makeup artist, actually, Steve Lindsay. He taught me that one. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Mascara on the top lids and the bottom lids, or is it all too much?
I do. I love both. I'm a mascara freak. I think it's important to have lashes because, whether they're fake, whether they're, 3 coats, whether it's 1 coat,
I'm a 3
it brings
coat
emphasis.
Girl when I do it.
For sure. And then apply 1 thin coat first, then go on to something else, then come back and then really build that lash. That's really how you find those really teeny tiny lashes.
Yes.
Exactly. But I like top and bottom. But what I do, I use a thicker brush on top.
Okay.
And then use this, a Chanel, gosh, there's a Chanel mascara, and it's really, really a tiny, tiny brush, almost the length, the width of the wand.
Oh.
So you use that for underneath, so you're not making a mess.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest concern. And if you use waterproof, it won't run.
What's your favorite high-end foundation?
Gosh, that is so hard. Hopefully, within the next few months, I'll be able to say that it's mine. Yes, because
we are. Congratulations!
Thank you. I'm working on it feverishly. You know, we shop all the time in the department stores. Makeup's an emotional purchase. We want service. We need service.
Yes.
And still, there aren't lines that cater to us except for Fashion Fair, which I love. And they just came out with a stick foundation.
Oh.
So don't sleep. I mean, they still have some great things to offer. Some women shy away from a brand that has been around so long, but it has so much heritage.
Yeah. I like the Iman brand also.
Oh. I mean, I can't even. You know, she just went into Dwayne Reed. A lot of people are looking for it.
I didn't know
which is amazing.
Wow.
And I love her pressed powders. I mean, even if you're wearing it alone, for a lot of sisters who are saying that they don't use foundation at all,
right?
At least use a powder with coverage.
What does pressed powder do? Explain. First of all, it's so easy to put on. You can't overdo it.
Exactly. You put on a moisturizer first, blot, so then you get a really nice coating, and it keeps you dry. So it makes your skin look... it's drier, so it has more of a consistent color.
Okay.
And it doesn't reflect light. When you're shiny, it reflects light.
Now, concerning eyeshadows.
Yes. Tricky.
Is it my imagination, or do I, as a woman of a certain age, find that the crystallines sink into
you gotta be careful.
I look like the sea hag.
You gotta be careful with shimmering eyeshadows.
Okay.
Some of my favorites, Stila has a color called Twig, Shuimura, and if these brands that you don't know, Sephora.com, they're on my samfine.com page on some of my favorite products. Those are colors that give you a bit of shimmer, but don't take you so far into it settling into fine lines and creases, and you're really bringing more attention to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about your favorite lower end mascara, which you can get at drugstores. It happens to be one that I talk to you all about constantly, which is L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Sam, you prefer the waterproof. I think that I'm tugging at my lashes, and
really,
yeah, I don't like to tug at my lashes. By the way, when should I throw my mascara away? When do you throw it away?
When it's dry. When you can smell mascara. You can smell lipstick. When it starts to change, you can tell. It's like women say, should I throw my liquid foundation away? It's separating. Well, you've answered your own question. If you've had it longer than you think you should, throw it out, start over. I mean, what is it? $5, $6?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite high-end mascara?
Oh, that's easy. Lancome, Definicils, all of the Sills. Those are all great. They have like 4 different ones, and they do them in waterproof and regular. So if you don't want to wear waterproof, and those are really great.
Do you prefer a shiny, wet lipstick for Jane Q Public?
Yes.
Not Iman for magazine cover.
Yes.
In the streets, as girls, do you prefer a shiny, wet lipstick or a matte lipstick?
Well, it doesn't have to be either or. You can use that matte lipstick and use the gloss in the center. You don't have to choose. That's the whole thing that we talk about on the tour, is I think we still think in these rules and regulations that we haven't really broken out of. So to see it kind of happen, and also I'm going to be pulling women out of the audience and doing, just like you said, the matte lipstick with gloss in the middle.
Right.
So you get a chance to see, I never thought of doing that. I never thought that I could only use foundation in certain areas and not have to use it all over.
By the way,
yes.
Have you ever used brown eyeshadow to fill in the temples of a woman's hair when she snatches her hair for a ponytail?
You are such a makeup artist.
I do that all the time.
I won't even name names, but
Whitney
also,
Houston, me.
Well, Tyra. Iman,
yes.
It just really brings focus. It's not even about the hair so much. It brings kind of a sculpting. It's almost contour for the forehead.
That's what we're saying, girls. You can change your hairline, the definition of your hairline. When you snatch your hair in a ponytail, if you don't like your hairline, I do it all around my ears too. My hair is so thin, my natural hair and fine, that I have to bring it down. Yeah.
And it looks totally natural. It looks totally natural.
Art's got a question.
Okay.
He wants to know a good dye for gray hair. You see, Arthur,
You know, I'm tweezing the gray hair out of my beard as we speak. I plucked a couple of hairs out already. I haven't gotten to the color point.
Okay.
But there's there are men's grooming products in the drugstore that I passed them, and I'm getting ready to get to that point, and it'll do it so beautifully and so simply that you won't look like you went from gray to black.
Just for men.
Yeah,
Exactly. Is one of them. It's called Just for Men.
Thank you. See,
I saw you stumbling.
Yeah, that was it. I haven't had to buy it yet, so I can't remember the name.
WendyFans.
Well,
yes.
Everybody, his name is Sam Fine. As you can see, he's a wealth of knowledge. If you live in New York City and you would love to see Mr. Fine, he's in town. I've got a pair of passes for you right now, courtesy of the Wendy Williams Experience and Sam Fine. 866-GET-WENDY. What are these tickets for? These are for...
Actually, they're for tomorrow, the 1 to 3 class. We've sold out the Sunday class already, so we can't get anyone else in that one.
Tomorrow, if you're available in New York City, Saturday, between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., call now. I got these passes in my hand, and they're for you. Dallas, Houston, Los Angeles, D.C., Chicago, Atlanta, Oakland, St. Louis, and Charlotte. Sam Fine is coming to see you.
Yeah.
Find out when, find out where. Go to samfine.com. Sir, I am so glad I did not let you go.
Thank you for keeping me. It's such a compliment.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Everybody, keep it where you got it. What do we have on that break?
1 minute.
Oh, we have a minute? Okay. Well, do you prefer nude nails or nails with some color?
Well, it goes back to thinking about lip.
Okay.
Because sometimes you can overdo it. I mean, the whole idea is it's a color package. You can wear, just because you're wearing fuchsia doesn't mean you have to wear fuchsia lipstick.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
Does it mean you have to wear fuchsia mascara? Fuchsia eyeshadow?
No, it doesn't.
Sometimes I see too much going on women.
If your makeup matches you, then you don't have to worry about it matching your clothes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if you look beautifully enhanced, let your clothes have the audience.
Yes.
Let your face and hair have the audience.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to match. And it's challenging. It's challenging to think in pieces that way.
It is.
Yeah.
Don't forget, because the biggest beauty question that we seem to get, especially this time of year, is the best bronzer. And he said Wet n Wild. It's affordable by everyone.
It's one of my favorites.
Thank you, Sam.
My pleasure.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, New York City, this is your man, Steve Harvey. Hey, that's right, everybody, I'm back. And this time, New York, I'm here to stay. You beat your kids.
I whipped them.
Keep on beating your children. Sometimes I just slap mine for no reason. I got a 20-year-old boy, and he ain't had a whipping in about 6 years.
Oh, Lord.
But what I do, I judo chop his ass in the neck. I'm the man up in here. All right? I'm the man. Just shut up. You can teach your kids a lot when you hit them in the throat because their eyes is big and you have their undivided attention. That's right. Radio in New York will never be the same. The fun begins Monday morning, September 19th. It'll be on and cracking right here on 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul.
And the Wendy Williams Experience is on 107.5 WBLS. Boy, that Sam Fine, he's just such a wealth of knowledge. Go to his website. Find out where he is going to be. Actually, his New York show tomorrow, you can walk up with money in your hand. Where did he say it was going to be?
I'm not sure, but he seduced me.
You know what? He seduced me, too. He had the Johnny Gill effect on both of us. It's a shame how a man can walk in the room and turn on a man and a woman at the same time.
It's a gift.
And still not being able to tell which one of us he choose.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't tell.
No. I need a cigarette.
Save half for me. Yeah, that was really incredible. And the whole time that he's talking, I'm wondering, would he prefer me or would he prefer art? Would he prefer me or would he prefer art?
Wendy on Monday, art on Tuesday.
Yeah. Never mind, but whoever his love is, that's a lucky person. Didn't he seem so mild-mannered, so soothing in his talk? Although that grass always seems nice and, on the radio, everything seems nice.
Nice teeth.
Oh, he's beautiful teeth. Those weren't his originals.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, I don't believe so. I think that was a tooth job.
Oh.
But it's beautiful. Believe me, I'm looking at him. I'm looking at his skin. I'm looking at his, feeling his physique with the hug, and he was masculine, but he understood a woman's needs, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I think he's giving me the Johnny Gill.
Yeah.
Johnny Gill is the last man that came in here. He slayed me and Art in one talk. We were both like, oh my gosh. I said, Art, I think I'm in love. He said, me too. So I'm like, how does that happen? And I'm going into the relationship like Star Jones, knowing fully well. Oh. And still, I was seduced by the sausage. How does that happen? There's some men that's a gift.
That's a gift.
That is a gift that some people have. You know exactly what it is, and you don't care. You understand what I'm saying, Asia?
Yes.
Were you seduced by Sam Fine?
Yes, and I'm just so upset that I was answering phones instead of trying to. I wanted to hear every word he was saying, and I couldn't.
Shakira, were you seduced by Sam Fine? No, not at all. She's
seduced by the Marlboro.
Yeah, she's seduced by the Marlboro. She's like, when is this damn show going to end? Go downstairs and take me a smoke.
All the way back to Jersey.
This damn show. Look, let's bring in our next guest, Brandy C. Jackson. Brandon, not Brandy.
Yes, Brandon.
All right, come on. No, open the door. Hello? Asia? Yeah. Hey, Brandon.
Hello?
First, let me apologize that you got the red light the other night at the Laugh Factory.
I'm so sorry.
But you want to know what? You're only 19.
Oh, what happened?
You got the red light at the Laugh Factory. Don't try to play it off.
No. I'm saying what happened though. I don't get it.
I don't know. Oh, the red light?
No, I know what the red light means. I've been doing comedy since I was 13.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's move on.
I did get the red light.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
But what does the red light mean? No, for y'all, it may be something different in New York. What does it mean?
You got like 2 minutes to finish up your act.
Oh, because I thought, okay. Yeah, I thought in LA it means 5 minutes.
So everything in New York moves quicker than
quicker.
LA. Yeah.
Quicker. How you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Hi.
Brandon is here. Brandon C. Jackson. He is in the new movie Roll Bounce, which opens this weekend, right?
No, September 23rd.
September 23rd?
Yeah, is that this week? No, it's not this week.
September 23rd. I'm just writing it down so I can continue to promote it for you. Bow Wow's in it. Nick Cannon.
Yes.
And you've got an entire Negro ensemble. Who else is in it?
And they're promoting like a Negro movie, too. They're promoting it like a Negro movie.
You know what? I have to tell you something. I'm still a little bit, and I heard a commercial today here at WBLS about it, but I had to get called out of the room to do a spot in the other room.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear the premise. I'm still,
such a good
I know
movie.
the title more, and then I know what the movie's about. Please do tell.
Quickly, because it's like far as like the premise is so much to it, because a lot. But X is the main character, which played by Bow Wow. He's dealing with a lot of things with his mom. His mom passed already in the movie, and it's like a father-son relationship. Meanwhile, he's in the skate crew, which is our crew, the Garden Boys. Our skating rink closed down, so we gotta go to the suburbs, the whiter skate rink, and skate. And there's a bunch of challenges, and they're bigger, better skate crews, better than us. So it's like what's the word? Like type of you got served on skates / we're good at acting. I should say.
I'm
just saying. Hey, I mean, it's an excellent cast.
Yeah,
really good. Good acting. Who said that?
What role? That's World. World used to be with Little Kim.
Okay.
And then now World, that's his contribution to our show.
Oh,
World says wow.
The sound effects make my ADD just go bam. So thanks for the laugh.
So who do you play in the movie? Like,
I play Junior, the loudmouth. Which is nothing like myself at all.
Oh, no, not much.
He's like the loud, always talking about people, just funny. Next to X, he's the best friend of X,
who's Bow Wow.
Which is Bow Wow.
So we see a lot of you in this movie.
Yeah, I'm not an extra. I was extra 8 Mile though.
Oh, were you?
You can see my hand going 313, 313. He's like, that's me. Right?
So you've come up.
Trying. It's tough.
Did you live out in LA?
Yeah, now I do.
It's Brandon Jackson in the studio.
Brandon T. Jackson.
Brandon.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought it was C.
No, it's
sorry.
T.
When the T is for
T. Jackson. It's for Timothy, like the prophet.
Okay.
Timothy.
Brandon. I know that you're 19. Where are you from?
Detroit, Michigan.
Mm-hmm. And you live out now in California?
Yes, California. I moved out right out of high school. And my dad said, I'm gonna give you a year to make it, because I was the class clown.
Okay.
I did do nothing right. I graduated with a 1.9.
Gotcha.
And my dad said, I'm gonna give you a year to make it. Stay with your sisters and brothers who's in college.
Okay.
So then I went out and just grinded, because I've been doing stand up back home. And I said, Dad, I want to be a comedian. That's all I want to be.
Oh.
My dad's a pastor.
The preacher's son.
Yeah, preacher's son. Son of a preacher, man.
The wild one.
Yeah. So yeah.
So what was your first acting job?
A movie called Nikita Blues.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it. You can look it up in B Movie Heaven.
Any commercial
or hell?
Any commercials that you've been in that we might?
I was in a Doritos commercial, but my hat was just in it. But I got paid like I was in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they pay for them commercials.
So how was the money for your thing in Roll Bounce?
It was good, nice.
Yeah.
Fox. I wish they put some of the money towards a promotion. I'm saying, dang. You know. I mean, you know what? The best thing about this movie is all around movie. It's not just a black movie, and it shows us in a good light. It's not just a
fun movie.
negative light. It's great. And the father and son relationship, you don't see that too much in black movies, which makes it really, really good, because everything in my dad wasn't there.
Yeah.
Or my mom got shot. And we know that story.
Right.
Let's see the people like me who has a father and a mother that's in the house, or a father that's the relationship. And you can see that with Bow Wow and Shy McBride, who does an excellent job. They are so. Bow Wow's amazing. Let me say that Bow Wow is one of the most amazing performers of our time.
Did Sierra visit the set?
No, I didn't see Sierra there. No.
So the movie opens on September 23rd. We love Bow Wow too, by the way. He's a friend to the show. He's currently in meetings with like UPN or WB for the sitcom. I see that as being his vision, and you stay by his side, and you could be the dude who lives upstairs.
Maybe so.
You know, I wish you well.
I could do my own thing too. Maybe I got the Teens of Comedy. Oh my God, we just promoted
the Teens of Comedy.
Teens of Comedy. We just got the commercial in. I would love to show it to you. It's me and Lil JJ. BET presenting it. I'm the producer of it. I came up with the idea when I first came out to Hollywood. I got a lot of ideas too. So you know, I was like, we got to put together.
But we only have a minute and a half on the break.
I'm sorry.
So and I got to use the rest of the break to talk about what's going on with BLS. But I wish you well.
Thank you so much.
His name is Brandon T. Jackson, and he co-stars with Bow Wow in Roll Bounce.
Yes.
In theater, September 23rd. Thank you, sir.
It's such a pleasure. I love meeting you, because I hear you so much in LA.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And come back around and promote your next project as well,
Thank
okay?
you so much.
And we're going to escort you out while I turn my focus to BLS business at hand. Goose, pass me something.
How you doing?
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, iPod shuffle.
If you need one, they give us, so I get.
Thank you. You get the freebies. All right. Yes. Oh, I got makeup and bye, Brandon. Take care. And there he is. Oh, Art.
I'm sorry.
Art. He is 19 years old. Let him breathe.
How you doing?
And we'll be back.
Hey.
I can't believe the show is over. We spent the whole day talking to people, it seems like, and we never got a chance to talk about people. Well, don't forget, everybody, on Sunday night, September 18th, this coming Sunday, is the Emmys on television. I don't know what channel. I don't watch the Emmys. I really don't care. What I care about is the pre-show, which starts at 5:30 or I think 6 o'clock on E. Now, remember, we're going to play the Star Jones Reynolds drinking game. And there are three rules to the game, remember. Okay, so you get you something nice to drink, 21 or over, please drink responsibly. If Star says the word bling, you take a drink. If Star refers to somebody like they belong to her, like here comes my girl, Vivica Fox, or my boy, Jamie Fox, you take a drink. Remember, if she possesses someone. And the third time you drink is if she mentions or refers to her husband, Al. In which case, you get up, you go in the closet, and you take your drink. And then you come back out, okay? So don't forget, we're playing the Star Jones drinking game during the Emmy red carpet hosted by Star Jones on E! On Sunday. And I look forward to asking you just how toe up did you get? And it'll probably be, you probably be 0 to 60 in 5 minutes because you know Star. So everybody's been telling me, did anybody in the studio watch Nick Cannon's show yesterday?
Wild and Out?
Yeah. I guess it'll repeat this weekend. I don't know. I need a copy of yesterday's episode. Nick yesterday on the show put me in a skit.
Wow.
And to me, that's like, thanks, Nick. Oh, yes. It was a man dressed as a woman. Big, tall, and ugly, according to Stacy in Shreveport, with a deep voice. And apparently, I, the character Wendy, wanted to be on his show as a hot girl dancer. And Stacy says the only good thing about the skit is that you had that in check. Oh, I did? Oh, he made me out to be the winner? But he viciously brutalized my looks? Well, thank you, Nick. I need a copy of that. Somebody else faxed me about it earlier and said that Nick said that I was too big to be a singer. I mean, a background dancer, and asked me, well, don't you still have your radio show? And I said, yeah, but I want in on your show. I hope they did me well. Yes. You know, the acting way, and use some of my isms. Like, did they approach Nick and say, how you doing? All right. Chris Rock, everybody. Well, Everybody Hates Chris is about to come on TV. In the meantime, he's tweaking the details of the sitcom because he's fearing being sued by greedy relatives who want hands on his money. And here's his quote. I changed it just enough so I couldn't be sued by them because they'll sue. They love you, but they're going to get your money, he says. Now, he admits that he didn't want to let out too many real details about his family on the show. And so that show begins on September 22nd, and I know we'll all be there to watch. I told you I have 3 blind items, and I have time to do them all for you. Oh, by the way, you know what? At the top of the show, I told you I was going to talk about Brandy, Ray J, and their mom, Sonia Norwood. Yeah, I just wanted to shout out to Sonia. Apparently, Sonia thinks that I hate the whole Norwood family, which is absolutely not true. But Sonia, you know my position. This is what I do. Your children are in the spotlight sometimes, and so I must talk about them. And take no offense to me getting the first interview with Robert Smith, revealing to the world that the marriage was a sham. That's what I do. Go hard or go home. But no, Sonia, I love you all, and particularly you, Sonia, because you're the gangster mom. Whenever Sonia's in the building, that's when you got to watch what you say to her kids. So shout out to Sonia Norwood and Brandy and Ray J. Okay. This famous black female was well known and well respected in the hip hop industry up until recently, according to the Panache Report, who does this blind item. She started off as a recreational cocaine user. She is now hopelessly addicted to the drug. Her family and friends are trying to intervene and get her into rehab, but she doesn't want to hear. She tells them, I pay your salary, you work for me, stop telling me what to do and mind your own business. Her drug abuse is affecting her work. She's lost her edge big time. They don't say whether she's an actress or singer or what she does. They just say this black female, famous, was well respected in the hip hop industry. Who is that? I can't think. And we don't have enough show for you all to haggle on the fax machine with me. How about this one? Recently, a buzz was generated amongst journalism when a poster on a black entertainment message board reported that a black male celebrity was spotted in the AIDS ward of a Los Angeles hospital. Our sources have confirmed this information. We have reported on this man and his notorious and scandalous behavior. He keeps our down low blind items in constant circulation. He's a walking state of emergency. We're not saying that he has AIDS. It's possible that he's just visiting a friend. Also, he hasn't been the only celebrity spotted in the AIDS ward. We have been informed that several more celebrities, black and white, were also observed in the wing of the hospital.
Oh, I think I know who the other chick is.
Tell me quick. We got like 30 seconds left. Oh. You're right. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah, shout out to Taryn.
Taryn, former Queen of All Interns?
Yeah.
You're good, Taryn. How do I throw a hint? All right, about the black female celebrity well respected in hip hop. See, they don't call her a rapper, but they also don't call her an actress.
Right.
But she's both.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Started off as a recreational user, now a hopeless. Hell no, I'm not going to say that part, Art.
Okay.
I'll get a Tourette's moment.
Okay.
Look, you all, I love you for listening today. Have a fabulous weekend.
Yeah.
And God willing, we'll all be together on Monday. Shout out to Rough Rider. Ooh, gotta go. Bye.
Peace party, people. See you later.
I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
It's Friday evening.
Yes. Shout out to Philly and Palmer's tonight in Philly.
Oh, yes, I'm going to be in Philly tonight. Oh.
Are you going to be in Germantown?
No, I'm... Stop.
Shout out to Washington Lane and Stanton Avenue.
Damn this radio show. You know what? But you want to know what? Absolutely, I've heard that about that person.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
I didn't even think it.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That's wild.
Wow. Yeah, thank you, world.
Wow.
I have to go to the bathroom. Look, the bonus hour's coming up next on 107.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
Let's take some calls from the request line. Caller number one.
Earlier today, she talked to radio host Wendy Williams.
Dateline's Hoda Kotb talks with New York radio DJ Wendy Williams.
Earlier this year on Wendy Williams' New York radio show.
Wendy Williams is a national syndicated radio personality.
Today's guest tonight, Wendy Williams.
Why is Wendy Williams fast becoming the queen of all media?
She's made her mark making celebrities extremely uncomfortable on her popular New York radio show. She's got a TV show on VH1. Please welcome troublemaker Wendy Williams.
Oh, my Lord, am I ready for this day? That was the most erratic, weird interview I'd ever heard.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you, I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS,
New York. Oh, and the sun is coming out. Finally, my hair gets to dry. I washed some of my hair clips, before I left this morning, and there was no sun, but there was no rain. And I said, well, maybe the humidity will, edge on the drying. And then I brought them back in the house before I left. But I left a note for Mrs. Lopez that as soon as the sun comes out, put my hair back out on the deck, and let it dry. But make sure you position it in the sun. She understands. I mean, we can't communicate that well because, no habla español and all like that. But what she does understand is, we do make our jokes. Like one time, the vacuum wasn't sucking up. Uh-oh. And she said, maybe it's all the hair. Like she said it in her way. Right. I was like, oh, Mrs. Lopez, you're right. And we looked under the spindler, and I'll be damned, there was hair just coiled around. And then another time, the sink was my sink on my side, it was so, clogged and stuff. And she, Mrs. Wendy, the hair. So, you're right, Mrs. Lopez. Oh, the sun is out great. The unfortunate part is that the positioning this time of day is at the front of the house. I don't care. I lay it right out there. Let the neighbors see my hair drying out there. The deck is in the back. That's before 2 o'clock. You can get deck drying. After 2 o'clock, it's all about the front. Lay them across the mailbox. Wendy, sleeping on your stomach also accelerates the process of your breast sagging because you have your body weight flattening your breast all night long. Oh, you're right. You're right. Ooh. That's all the way from Advice Hour, but it just seemed... Raven, why are you asking the same damn question Art asked? What are some bronzers for men? Use the same damn ones women use. What's the matter with you? There's no separation. Right? But I would advise you, if you're a man and you want to use bronzer, don't just go out and get the most expensive bronzer right away. Ease into it. Now, Sam Fine already told all of us one of the best low-end bronzers out. Low-end meaning the cost, not the result. And that is Wet n Wild. So we're going to have a little class trip right after the show today across to Duane Reade. You want bronzer, Artie?
Wet n Wild.
I'm always looking for a great bronzer. And High Yellow Nicole in the office, she wants a bronzer.
And just for men, for the gray.
Yeah, and just for men, for the gray. And it comes with a wand like mascara. I've seen the commercials. It's really easy to use. You can control the amount. Now, are you planning on taking the gray out in time for your stage debut tomorrow night in Maryland?
I'm going to do it tonight, so it'll be out by tomorrow.
So you're going to get it today when we go across the street to Duane Reade?
Absolutely.
Art, if that doesn't work, then just use dark brown mascara. Let the mascara work. Look, come here.
Why are you laughing?
Come here.
Why are you laughing, Goose?
Hold on.
Why are you laughing?
Let me just, Goose, turn on. Let me use Art's mic to talk for a moment. Art, you just slide your chairs over to my area so I can work. Right. Come here. So, Raven, use that. Use just for men, or you could also use black mascara. Now, you all missed it. Vivica Fox was in here earlier, or on the telephone earlier, and she was absolutely... Art, I'm not going to do all of your gray. I'm just going to do just what I see, because the lighting is bad in here.
It worked.
There. Now, how long was I just working on your head? 10 seconds?
It's 5 seconds.
Take this and look.
So if you perspire...
Hello.
Wow.
Hello.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. That's 15. That's crazy.
15 years younger.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
I love it.
It works.
Wendy.
Men...
What?
Grab your woman's mascara while she's not looking, because she'll think that you're going out in drag. And just that in your beard or your mustache. I'm saying, as long as, you're 30% gray, not, 80% gray.
Right.
If, and Art has a little, what is that? 10% of his head is gray? You got a 10%, you got a gray patch.
Right.
Tuft.
But it's a pretty large tuft. It's an inch by an inch.
Yeah.
And it took me 10 seconds to take that out.
Yeah.
But you could zhuzh it around your head. You got a low-cut Caesar, so it's not
that bad.
It's not bad.
Okay. How much do that stuff cost?
$7.
Oh, please. Do that.
L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara.
Yeah.
Now, the voluminous part might make the tuft rise.
Oh. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you might want to get,
the regular kind.
Just regular mascara.
So I was going to use a regular Sharpie and just color this.
Well, that's another idea.
Oh.
But you don't want it to get into your scalp, because then all of a sudden you'll have the blackness.
And brain damage.
Why the jail cell? What the hell?
For the buttons.
Because when you get brain damage, you start robbing banks and lying to the feds.
Oh, my
You go to jail. Hey, Kim. Just a little joke at your expense there. We're thinking about you, Kim. Kim's going in on Monday. I had a very, very interesting quote from her concerning jail time. I got caught up with the blind item. Oh, here it is. So she's doing 366 days, the rapper Little Kim, and she says, I plan to take a lot of books. I like to read, and this will give me more time to read. She also goes on to say, they have makeup in there, gel for your hair, and they have all kinds of stuff. It will be interesting. No one wants to go to that place, but that's just the cards you're dealt. That's what she says. In the meantime, Tracy Edmonds of Edmonds Entertainment is teaming up with Little Kim to produce a reality show that's focusing on these final days of freedom as she prepares to go into prison. And it's going to be called Little Kim Goes to the Big House. It's executive produced by Edmonds Entertainment, plus Kim's manager, Hillary Weston, and Michael McQuarrin, and her attorney, Londell McMillan. She's been having a camera crew follow her 24 hours a day, and they will be filming until September 19th, which is Monday when she starts her term. So, I see little Kim's name is on the list for tomorrow night at Vivica Fox's party. So I would imagine that the crew will be in there with her as well. Vivica Fox called the show earlier. She's got a new magazine out for which, of course, she's getting paid. No, she's not a guest editor. This is the real deal. It's called Jolie. It is for women between 21, I think they said, and 50. And that's the demographics. For women who spend approximately $100 a month on beauty products, go to the salon once a week, whether it's hair, nails, whatever, once a week, and are about wellness and keeping it together inside, but there seems to be a heavy accent on outside. So, if that's you, then there's a new magazine for us. I mean, you. It's called Jolie. And so, and yes, this is another hustle of Vivica Fox Productions. I like it. It works. It works for me. It works. Dear Wendy, I need real sister help. I already know what I'm going to do, but I need your advice on how to approach the situation. Oh, in other words, you need me to hatch a plan. Oh. Well, I'm good at that. Hold on, let me figure out what's going on with you. I think I'm pregnant. Gosh, Hart, what's the matter with you? I think I'm pregnant. Went on a couple of dates with this jump off I met. Girl, one night we went out for drinks and we were smoking, and that smoky smoke, well, So I live in North California, and yes, I'm listening on the internet, but I want you to know that because Cali's where the good is. Okay, so I was terribly high and made him drive me home. Jump off. I don't understand what that means. I couldn't remember much, but I messed up. We didn't use a condom. I hadn't been raw dog in years. Damn, blame it on the chief. Damn. Let me read the rest. So now I'm stuck feeling like I'm pregnant. I don't know if it's my nerves. My period should be coming the 20th of the month. I am not having this child. The jump off and I chilled once again, and after that, he hasn't called me at all. I was not feeling pregnant symptoms at the time, or I would have addressed it with him. I wasn't really tripping because he was a jump off. However, if I'm pregnant, he's going to have to pay up. I feel so damn irresponsible because my actions were, well, irresponsible. I can't have the baby. I have 2 girls. She puts in parentheses, from the same dad. I have 2 girls already, and they're my main focus. I'm going to school studying medicine at the University of California, and I work full time. Ooh, this is a smart girl when she's not high. I have too much on my plate right now to be pushing a stroller. What should I do? How do I approach the brother? Well, first you need to take damn, it's been so long that I...
EPT?
An EPT! First you need to take an EP damn T. You don't know if you're pregnant. It could be your nerves. Shakira, ever have that happen? Nerves?
She's careful.
Yeah, she doesn't want to say much. Take the EPT and find out what the hell is going on. And then go from there. Because you know how nerves are. Nerves can do a number on you. And then your mind, no. You said you can't have the baby. What are you saying? Are you pro-choice? Are you not pro-choice? Take the EPT and then get back to me. Thanks. Speaking of reality shows, Little Kim, Busy Bone, friend to the show, and frontman for Bone Thugs and Harmony. Well, former frontman. Yes. I don't know where it stands now. He was just here during our radiothon. Well, he's announced that he's forming a reality-based show that he's going to stream exclusively on allhiphop.com in a series of weekly webisodes. He says, I don't really know what people are going to think. I don't really want to be concerned with it. We just doing what we do, doing the best that we can. It's people getting to know Busy in the studio, recording the album and other things. People are going to get an in-depth look at me and get a different side of me, not what the press perceives. Well, let me know when that comes on and teach me how to work a computer before the start date, because I'm going to tell you right now, Busy Bone is a mess. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you going to be doing October 15th? Not sure? How about a visit to Washington, D.C.? Minister Farrakhan wants to reunite, well, what was originally captured those many years ago with the Million Man March. However, this time he wants to include women and African American women and the Latino community. So I ask you again. Now remember, he's including, it was the Million Man March, but now apparently it's black women and the Latino community. So I ask you again, what will you be doing on October 15th? What did you think about the president's speech last night? I mean, I was with him because I realized that he realizes that he messed up and the entire country has turned on him like a wild dog, including many of his own political allies. If not in action, certainly in thought. Yeah. Like, damn, where was the president? Why didn't he react? This is the thing I had the problem with, though. Why do you have to, and I said this earlier, why the hell is he saying that you have to pick a lottery to move back to your own city? If that's where you were, then why do you have to do a lottery to move back there? And quite frankly, I'm for cleaning up the streets, and I'm talking about in terms of crime and just maybe people who are just lawless and maybe no good to society. Clean up the streets after everybody moves back into their house. Then that's when you start from square one. Okay, who's not keeping up on child support? Who's not doing this? Who's not doing that? Who, you don't kick people out of the city based on a lottery, because really, you know what they're doing. They don't want the criminals, the baby's moms with 10 too many kids and no job living off the system. You know what I mean? But you can't do that. That's not, he's going, ain't no good gonna come to you until you do right by the NO. He already knows that, though. He's prepared. Yeah. His father's helped him prepare for that. His mother, too. Mm-hmm. 'Cause that'll be a whole family reunion. Paula Abdul's got a new boyfriend. He's the international male model, Dante Spencer.
Dante, he's black?
Is he gay? Does it matter? No. By the way, Al Udoin's going to be at Vivica's party tomorrow night, too. I'll make sure I start the Star Jones drinking game early in the evening, so by the time I get to him... Ow! How you doing? All right. Oh, she met him in Hollywood on the dance floor at a very popular nightclub 3 months ago. They became very taken with each other, and he's currently pursuing an acting career and recently wrapped up a film. So for whatever it's worth, I wish Paula Abdul well. She hasn't had much luck in relationships. Everyone deserves happiness and on their own terms. So, good for you, Paula. Yeah, I don't like the whole... Did you see in the newspaper today, Puffy and Martha Stewart standing at the damn chalkboard and they're going over Negroidian phrases? Oh. Like, he's the splaboo teaching her, what... Did you see the phrases? I can't even remember what the phrases were.
Benjamins.
Benjamins and all kinds of stuff like that. There's like 5... Huh? What else? Bling.
Benjamins.
I mean, it's just like... And then she has on a crystal name belt. It says M. Diddy. And I just feel like, you know, Puffy, you've gained enough sophistication. Like, do we really have to play those games with those people? Yeah. I understand the association is good for business and stuff like that, but you know what? You should have pulled the gangster move and let her know you'll be on the show on her terms. And since people, you know, there are a lot of white people that are very free to talk about racial issues with black people. If you sit and talk, they don't want to talk about it until you as a black person bring it up. You see what I'm saying? He should have said to Martha, Martha, you know, I want to be on the show, but I want to keep this about business. I don't want this to take a sudden turn for the Negroidian. Right. And you know exactly what that means. You know, I'm not going to, don't use the term bling. You know, don't talk to me with, what do you do? How do you describe this?
With the devil is the rock and roll?
Yeah, with the rock and roll thing as you lean in the b-boy stance. Don't ask me how to make cornbread. You know what I mean? Like let's keep this business for real. I'm not going to refer to you as M. Diddy. We're not going to go there. I'm a man of distinction and a bit of sophistication, and I save, you know, my Negroidian for my people, for the music, and for what I do. But this is infusing the two of us together. I am not going to walk tight, and you're not going to walk with a swagger. Are we clear? Like, I'm just like embarrassed for Puffy. Like, that for all he's done and all he's able to do, and I'm sure all he would continue to do, he still falls into that?
They're just laughing in the background.
Hell yeah! Whitey having a good time. Shout out to all the white people.
You ain't nothing but a...
No matter all the money and all the clothing success and all the musical success, at the end of the day, why is it that she had to try to reduce him to nothing but a big black splaboo?
Yes.
White people, we can talk, can't we? Diddy helped boost Martha Stewart's cool factor yesterday morning when he taught the lifestyle guru how to rap. What? Oh. Man, listen. As Combs watered plants in the background, Stewart,
how you doing?
Who was dubbed M. Diddy by her cellmates, rapped, "It's Martha Stewart from Jersey City. I'll bake you a cake and make your crib look pretty.
Oh my God.
I gets mad respect like my man Big Diddy. They thought they could stop me and they must be silly. I got my ankle bracelet off. Now I'm free like Willie. It's the Kmart queen. So I know you feel me. They gave me love inside. That's why they call me M. Diddy." And then, you know, after the M. Diddy word, she hit the B-boy. Man, Puff, you were set up. Please tell me, man, you walked into that and that was a setup. Please tell me you didn't already know that this was going to go down and you did this mess anyway.
Please.
I mean, don't just agree with me because you're in the room. Do you understand what I'm saying, Goose?
Yeah, you're right. It's all about pride, you know. Being on the same plane.
Yeah, I mean, for all this man has done, okay, we've talked about him here on the show because we know all he might have done, might have had a hand in, might have been, you know. But that's not for Martha Stewart and her damn friends to be entertained by. Purposely. That wasn't even an accidental thing. I know they're all entertained when, you know, they're out in the club, it was Diddy. You know, but that wasn't purposeful. This is purposeful. He's part of this. Splaboo is part of the setup. Bucky Beaver, what has happened to you? Oh! Stewart was dressed in attire from Diddy's upcoming woman's line. Well, that's nice stuff, too, by the way.
Yes.
She also wore an $8 million worth of diamonds and an M. Diddy belt that she bought in New York City. On another Diddy note, guess what? He often takes a long time to get ready each day because he likes to air dry his body rather than towel dry it after the bath. Diddy admits whenever he has time, he regularly walks around the house naked after a bath or shower to preserve his skin. He says, ever since I was a little kid, I walked around naked and air dried. I don't like the lint on my body. I use certain bath salts and oils for bath and shower gels. Okay, but you know what? To each his own with that. But back to the image thing. That Martha Stewart thing is dead wrong. Just wrong. Just wrong. Wrong.
Yes. Are you wearing that tonight in Philly at the Palmer's?
A J-Lo velour sweatsuit?
Yeah.
And 4-inch stiletto sandals with crystals in the heel?
Double DY.
Double DY, size 12. A velour sweatsuit and crystal sandals?
Why not?
With the 4-inch stiletto-y spindles?
Why not?
You must be out of your mind. Oh. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm not. I was trying to make fun of the fact that I got on a velour sweatsuit and I tried to make it jazzy and evening like I'm a mess. I have on crystal sandals. Not even just regular sandals with the 4-inch. They got crystals. You know, like I'm going out, you know, to a party after dark. I got crystals on my sandals and I'm walking with it like, what are you looking at? Dropping my kid off at school. I got on my obligatory drop-off school mom look. Here's the velour sweatsuit. Why?
Yeah. Then I brought it back home with the shoes.
No, oh, yeah. No, I thought you said I went back home for the shoes. No, I wore the shoes in.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to change my clothes. I'm going to go home and take a disco nap. I'm going to change my clothes. Change my hair if it's dry. I see the sun went back in, but maybe that was just enough sun to just finish it off. Yeah. Hopefully it's not going to rain. You ever put your hair outside and then it all of a sudden rains and then it's wet right where you started all over again? My gosh, that happens to me. I hate that. That's a shame about Eve, isn't it? Oh, God. Well, I figured we're removed from the situation now. True. Dear Wendy, don't forget about the season premiere of Girlfriends Monday night. Oh, yes, thank you. Dear Wendy, I just want to know what you think about Steve Harvey becoming a personality at your radio station. Last week, I heard you mention how comedians and actresses and actors and rappers try to come in and do radio and think that they are going to be good at it and comedians be funny just because they're comedians. Do you feel that way about Steve Harvey? Do you think that he has earned his right? Being that I'm in the radio field, I know that I've worked hard to be there, and I know exactly what you were talking about. Now, radio brethren, Steve Harvey gets a pass.
Yes.
Steve Harvey gets a pass, and he got a pass long before he became part of the WBLS air staff. As a matter of fact, you remember when my radio station was doing auditions earlier in the summer, or was that the spring? That was the spring. And Harvey was here for about a week. Now, that might have been the first time you guys got a chance to really hear the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Me too. Because for several months, like I was just added to the big Los Angeles radio station KKBT, like in January. I'm a jock there, you know, through syndication. And it's the Steve Harvey Morning Show. So Steve and I were actually working at the same radio station, and he was doing very well. I never checked to hear, how his show sounded or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That was my first time really hearing him, along with you, when he was here for that week. And I distinctly recall calling my general manager, the one who has to, the hire the fire and, the approval of budget and whatnot, calling him on his cell phone because he wouldn't pick up at his house and saying, Dion, we need Steve Harvey.
Yes.
And I don't even care what it takes as long as nothing from me is sacrificed. We need Steve Harvey. We need a morning show. Clearly, we have blown through too many morning shows at this radio station. We need stability, and we need Steve Harvey. And I know your knee-jerk reaction, and everybody who's affiliated with money is that he's going to cost too much money. So what? So what?
He'll make it back.
That's what I'm saying. See the big picture. So what? Movies, sitcoms, the Steve Harvey big time, whatever, his Hollywood connections, yada, yada, yada. You want guests for a show? He's a walking guest magnet.
Yes. His brand is a Rolodex.
His brand is a Rolodex, exactly, in his mind.
Yes.
We need the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I'm sitting here. I pulled over on the side of the road to call in to make sure I was calling properly. I'm saying, this is the first time in ages, I can admit it now, that I've listened to WBLS Morning Show. Oh. I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
That makes two of us.
Okay. I was like, and I'm listening, I'm talking to you purely from a fan base point of view, and then the other part of me, purely business. We need a strong morning show. Me and Vaughn and Champagne, we can't do it ourselves. And Hal. Hey, Hal. We can't do it ourselves. So, it was a lot of, back and forth, and I didn't, put my neck in it anymore. I was just like, every time I pass an executive, I'd be like, how you feeling, Wendy? Why the, long face? Because I haven't gotten the confirmation on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Well, we're ironing it out. Well, I'm like, what? So what do I think about Steve? I think that Steve is a real radio dude. He puts time and energy into his radio. He focuses, and no, I give him a pass. I call him a radio dude. I mean, I know he does everything else, but he's one of the few people who entered radio with success and other stuff that, after sitting back and, let me see how this does things, poaching on my career. He does it. Yes. Sinbad tried to go up against Steve Harvey. Sinbad was a flash in the pan. Everybody can't do radio just because you're and I like Sinbad, as a person, but
it didn't translate.
No, Monique didn't translate. I mean, there's so many people that just they don't. Huh?
Kim Fields.
Kim Fields, exactly, didn't translate. So you gotta translate. Steve gets it, and not only is he in radio, but he's thriving and doing very well, very well. And apparently, they've met his salary demands here. And the rest of the demands, too. We've got the Steve Harvey security walls going up as we speak. For the first time, we got real security up here at the radio station. I love it.
Power to the brother. Power to the brother.
That's right. All I wanted was an armed guard sitting outside so I can leave my cute little thing at home. I'm tired of driving around with this joint on me. You know what I mean? All I wanted was, I figured they probably wouldn't do construction because, that costs too much money or, whatever. But can you just hire some big, brawny, 8-foot tall man with a gun to sit right there at the elevator banks?
Because Gay Davis not doing it.
He is not, thanks, Gay. How you doing? You walk off the elevator, he's talking to, coming to the building. Hey, how you doing? I like your Prada shoes. You going up to see Wendy? First elevator on the left, 41st floor. When you get up there, she's on, so just ask for one of the interns. And
yeah, down.
Yeah, down. Dave just, hey Dave, yeah. How you doing? So now we got the Steve Harvey security camera, and I'm loving the impact he's having on my radio station thus far. Yeah. Just the aesthetics alone. What? We got walls going up and entrances being blocked off, security cameras screwed in everywhere, and new combination codes to get from one section of the station to the other. Ooh. The killer doesn't stand a chance until we get on the sidewalk.
Then it's back to normal.
It's back to normal. But up in here, now, you don't stand a chance, killer. And as long as Steve was making his suggestions, you heard my suggestion, I want metal detectors. Yeah. Ooh. And they said, well, who's going to be doing that? I said, well, look, you just get a couple of wands, one for the Steve show and one for the Wendy show. Right. And they said, and so Sanchez, the engineer, he said, well, who's going to take time to wand? I said, Art. And then I told them the story about Dondre Whitfield coming up here with a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thank goodness he was using his gun for prop, not evil. Yes. Art goes to give Dondre T. Whitfield. He used to be Robert on The Cosby Show, and he also played on All My Children, and he's married to the actress Sally Richardson, and he does sitcoms. I was so nervous when he got on Girlfriends because a lot of the things that he touches get canceled. So when I saw him on Girlfriend, I was like, oh no, not Girlfriends too. Anyway, So Dondre came up to promote one of the shows that he, I guess, was gone at that time. Dondre, I don't mean, but I'm just talking. I mean, I like him. But, what real is real. Here he comes up to the show to promote his thing, goes in and gives Art the black man handshake, pull in, hug two. Even the white people know what that is. Yeah. You know what that is, right? The handshake, pull in, hug two. Yeah. Right? So while they're pulling in and hugging two, Art felt a lump.
And I thought he was excited to see me.
Big city of dreams, all right. And so, tell the rest of the skit, Art.
So I said to him, I said, what you got in your pocket? He's like, oh, come on, dog. I'm back in New York now. I gotta hold my own.
Come on, man.
Little pistol. Oh, little pistol.
It was cute, but the point is that cute thing could have given you a little toast.
Yeah, it could have blown off a ball or something.
Exactly. All I'm saying is I don't want anybody coming up here with guns and knives. No celebrities, no hangers on, nobody, no employees, nothing. Dondre Whitfield coming up here with a gun and then talking about it like I'm back in New York now, He's from New York.
Yeah.
Things haven't changed that much since he went out to L.A.
And you ain't that big.
Well, I didn't want to say that more.
It's been a while since Robert. It's Robert.
Oh, he and Sally had a baby. I bet you that baby's beautiful. He's a good-looking man, and that's a good-looking woman.
Yeah.
She used to walk on the wild side.
The Tupac.
And Jada and all them. Ooh. Oh, not that wild side. I know she was friends with Tupac. Separate.
Yes.
I'm talking about that wild side. All right. Yes. One of the leaders of the pack.
Damn.
Then again, I've heard whispers about Dondre. So on not so much of a famous level, they're very much like Will and Jada. And how you doing? I hate this show. I swear I hate this damn radio show. You all bring out the worst in us.
Keep my lights on.
All right, let me give you the Wendy Williams people poll question. Then we're going to slide into a break. We'll slide back out and wrap up the bonus hour. Have you ever been to jail or prison? That was yesterday's people poll question. 10% of you all said yes. But 90%, thank goodness, said no. But you mind your P's and Q's because at any given point, life can take an awful turn.
Oh.
Today's Wendy Williams, the Wendy Williams Experience people poll question. You go to thewendywilliamsexperience.com. You got all weekend to do it if you choose to. And I asked this question based on the big article about sex in today's Daily News in New York. It is the biggest government study on America's bedrooms yet. The findings might astound you, but they don't really astound me. I don't have time to go through the whole thing. You've read the Daily News. It's the end of the damn day. You know what to do. All right, pick up the late edition. By the way, it says down here at the bottom, bisexuality has become a badge of courage for college women, even those who only date men. Well, there's a lot of interesting stuff. Today's New York Daily News, page number 4. Based on this, I asked the question on the website, thewendywilliamsexperience.com. Was oral sex your first sexual encounter? And I'm not talking about where both happened in one night, so really both happened at the same time, the oral and the intercourse. I'm talking about oral sex purely. I'm in a room with 4 people, and 4 people said, yes, it was their first sexual encounter. Oh, wait, Asia's in here too. Wait, hold on, let me ask again. Was oral sex, no, I'm asking the whole room. Was oral sex your first sexual encounter? Yes or no? Raise your hand if it's yes. Oh, it's unanimous.
Asia, did you give it or you received it?
I'm not answering you.
Gave it because girls do it to not get pregnant. We're so frightened of getting pregnant and so frightened that the pain might hurt.
Oh.
The pain, right? 3 girls in the room. Who was scared of the pregnancy and the pain? 3 yeses. Now, that's the question on the WendyWilliamsExperience.com. But as a sidebar, who in this room, and there's 5 of us.
Easy.
Who in this room had a separation of at least a year between oral, which was your first sexual encounter, and actual intercourse? Raise your hand. 4 people. 5! Oh my gosh! We all wore knee pads for a whole year? Oh, wait. Oh, not you? Wait, 6 people in the room now. Hold on.
Cool.
Raise your hands in the room. Yes or no, if oral sex was your first sexual encounter. Raise it if it's yes. Slut. You just went right for it. You weren't scared of the pain, the bleeding, or the pregnant damn C.
Nope.
Slut.
Oh, well, hold on, because she's one of those ones, what you want, another woman will. Now, hold on now.
Oh, easy. Okay.
The spread between intercourse and your first professional, was there at least a year in between before you gave a professional?
Yes.
Oh, that's a black girl. That's real. That's real. That's real. Was there a spread at least a year or 2 years? Was it a 2-year spread?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Hold on. Here comes Nicole, the assistant.
Oh, no, y'all. I'm afraid to ask her. Okay.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Did you have oral sex before intercourse?
No. I was one of those girls that thought, ew,
Yeah.
so nasty, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I'll do everything else.
Slut.
Thank you.
Even third input?
No, I haven't done that.
Oh.
I haven't done
You haven't
that.
done it yet?
I haven't done that yet, no. I'm gonna save some things for later.
Yeah.
Like you were the first one for that, you know?
Yeah. She's got a big behind, too.
He's got to be pretty big.
Oh, my God.
How long from the first encounter until you finally started doing professionals?
Well, honestly, I have to say that the fingers were my best friends for a long time.
Okay.
Like, that was it for me. I thought that was like the big thing.
Digital. So you had digital manipulation before anything.
And that to me was huge. I thought that was like the real thing.
Yeah.
So I did that for a couple of years, actually.
Yeah.
You know? And, I think, like, the summer before I went to college.
You gave your first professional.
Wait, no. In college, I gave my first professional. I went all the way the
Summer before college. The person you gave a professional to, was that a boyfriend?
Yes.
And he was pushing your head, though, right? You were tired of getting your head pushed.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute. My brother is listening.
All girls can identify with the head push. All right, look, we're getting in too deep. All right. Sorry, parents. All right, Miss Wendy got a little sidetracked. Let's take a break.
Hey, call BB in. He called BB in here.
Oh, no. She's such a wonderful woman. She is. All right, look, that would be interesting.
Yes.
Let's take a break. Vaughn comes up at 7. By the time we get out of commercials, virtually all I have time to do is say goodbye. Damn. All right, it's 107.5 WBLS.
Hey, New York City, this is your man, Steve Harvey. Hey, that's right, everybody, I'm back. And this time, New York, I'm here to stay. When I had a job, I never looked at my boss. I worked 8 years at a place. Never made eye contact with him. Scared he gonna ask me to do something. Don't look at your boss. Matter of fact, let's make that official. Don't look at your boss day.
Okay. All right.
Today, don't make eye contact with your boss.
All right.
Tomorrow is gonna be a new day. Is slap your boss.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Everybody can haul off and slap your damn boss.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday is unemployment tips. What to do when you ain't working. It's gonna be big, New York. You don't want to miss this one. The fun begins Monday morning, September 19th. It'll be on and cracking right here on 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul.
That's what I'm talking about. Our station's about to be on fire! Caller number 10 right now on the phones is going to pick up passes for the second annual VH1 Hip Hop Honors this coming Thursday, next Thursday, actually, September 22nd at the Hammerstein Ballroom, featuring Faith and Kanye West, Reverend Run. Oh, man, Big Daddy Kane, Common, Terrence Howard, and more. This is going to be great. The second annual VH1 Hip Hop Honors premieres on TV Monday, September 26th, but you can go to the taping on Thursday, the 22nd. So dial carefully, 866-GET-WENDY to win from 107.5 WBLS. What?
Newton.
Oh, and this hour of the Wendy Williams Experience is sponsored by Newton Learning Enrollment.
What it do, what the business is, man. It's your boy Young Jeezy. You're listening to the bonus hour on 107.5 WBLS.
So Vivica Fox was on the phone earlier. You guys missed it. If you want to know how she gets her bee-stung lips, because I asked her directly, do you get, Restylane in your lips or any type of lip injections? And she said that she uses a product, the same product that Paris Hilton uses, as a matter of fact. She didn't say that part, but I know that Paris uses City Lips. They say, which it sounded like hey. Yeah. They say that City Lips works. So for those of you who are looking for the bigger lip effect, that's what Vivica says she uses. In the meantime, Renee Zellweger and Kenny Chesney, and so what? They were married for 5 months. It's going to be annulled. Now he goes back on the gaydar list, because he already had the How You Doing swagger, and people were already whispering. He was already dodging gay rumors, and so that's that. And as far as Renee, that's what she gets for marrying Kenny Chesney, only to get back at her former boyfriend from White Stripe, Jack White. They've only been married for 5 months. They want to pretend the whole thing never happened. In the meantime, she's saying that she was deceived. It's easy for us to think, well, maybe he doesn't have money like that. I mean, just because you're platinum, or just because you're on the charts, or just because people know your name, doesn't mean that you have money. Right. No, Goose, we're not going anywhere. Don't you press anything. Oh my gosh. Can we continue, or will this not even matter on Monday?
It'll matter on Monday.
It'll still matter? Yeah. Dave Chappelle's Block Party from Brooklyn is going on DVD. I'll explain the details on Monday. I gotta go, y'all. Art break a leg on stage in Maryland.
Thank you.
I want to hear all the details.
Yeah.
It's a one-time play. Many people have been asking, when's your play going to be coming to New York? Art is getting his acting chops together out of town for his Beacon Theater debut.
Yes.
At who knows when. But you are a member of the Negro Ensemble, right? Or whatever?
I'm in that process right now.
Is it called the Negro Ensemble?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, so he really is, anyway. Gotta go, you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Sam Fine, Vivica Fox, thank you so much for being a part of the show today. Love you guys for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.